Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We are the Digital Dragons. Wow, it would help if I could speak properly. And joining us here tonight, we have got Zagrax.
Hey, me. I'm Zach, or Warbird in chat, playing the Dragonborn Paladin Zagrax.
Irilyssa.
I'm Jarard, aka Evil by Moonlight in chat. I will be playing the Dragonborn Cleric, Irilyssa.
Elora.
Hi, I'm Trips, or Trip Starlick in the chat, and I'm playing Elora, the half-elf warlock.
Vulwin.
English.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'm going to play the Fribble Ranger, Vulwin Agar.
And Tahko.
I am Tahko, Mood Killer, played by Highwind.
Okay.
My character is a Goliath cleric.
And I am Mordred, and I am running things, apparently, if anyone can really run these guys. So...
Run us under the ground.
Run for the money.
Yeah. Would somebody like to give us a rundown of what happened last time? Though I will say, please don't say, like, the last part of the battle.
Then I elect Vulwin.
Yeah, sure. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about doing that anyways. We previously we had gotten to this snail ship with Danica, and she had sat in the seat, and now she is Danica Ascendant. She and Minnie. We had a chance to speak with her to try to get a bit of information about what all that is about. I guess she has to get the thing back up and running and potentially flying again. Tahko took a severed head and gave back a severed head of one of the creatures on the ship. We decided with that done that we would leave and we would head up to Caer-Dineval in order to meet with, I believe it's Avarice of the, what is it?
Yes.
Black Swords, Black Knights? Yes.
Black
We wanted to, Black Swords, yep. We wanted to finally have a face-to-face, so we left. And on our trip back, it got really, really blizzardy. We didn't notice until it was pretty close to upon us, and we decided to continue forward at the behest of the guide, who may or may not have been Vulwin, and got super stormy. And it was okay because Irilyssa had already said that she had something ready, and it was Irilyssa's tiny hut. That this amazing spell that created a dome of force that we were able to pass into and
Nothing bad happened.
be safe and sleep peacefully for the entire night.
Not my fault.
Does that cover the end of the battle? No battles happened, by the way.
Yep, nothing.
Oh, okay. So we left the moose loose on the outside of the hut, and he chilled out the whole night. This is Zagrax's spectral moose, and we were trying to sleep, and suddenly there's a huge thud on the outside of this dome, and we see blood and something sliding down, probably the moose, and then there's just crazy pounding on the outside, and we're all freaked out. But it goes away. And I talk to Irilyssa. Vulwin talks to Irilyssa and is like, hey, are we safe? Irilyssa's like, I don't know. We have probably like half an hour left. And the dome drops. And we're in a fight with Yetis and Ice Trolls. And it's dangerous, and a lot of people go down.
Yep.
And that's probably where I will take over. So, first of all, an apology to the players and to those watching. As you know, we were very much pressed for time at the end of the last session. The battle was becoming a bit of a slog, but there was something I really had meant to do. One of the triggers that I had in mind was triggered during that fight, and I wanted to run it. So I have run it with the player in question, and there's going to be a very light retcon to event. So the 3 Yetis are down. Tahko was recently down but has been recovered thanks to Zagrax. Elora is still on low health. Irilyssa stands between two of the trolls, and Zagrax continues to ham away at the rightmost one, trying his best to keep its attention. And this is where we rejoin the action. So the leftmost ice troll slams a claw into Vulwin, who, crossing his blades, is able to deflect the blow, but the second strike catches him out of position and slams hard into his side. Vulwin goes down, his blood turning the snow about him to pink. Hearing the commotion, Irilyssa glances over to see the Furbog fall, his blood spraying out with the impact. She turns around, bringing her ascendant staff to bear, and aims a shot at the troll, but it fires high into the sky, its fire briefly illuminating you all like a flare. Suddenly, Vulwin's eyes snap open and he snarls out, "Surviving." He then jumps to his feet and lunges at Irilyssa, his fangs a deep red against the whiteness swirling all around. He slams bodily into her, knocking the stunned cleric aside. Irilyssa, you feel rather than see an icy claw chopping right past where your head had been just a moment ago. There is another burst of fire from Tahko, which strikes into the left troll, and its body shatters into 1,000 shards of ice, steam hissing angrily off of it. Another blow from Zagrax brings the right troll down, and a shot from Elora's staff turns it into a pool of hissing gloop as well. Adrenaline still pumping through your veins, you each take a moment to cast Wariel about for more foes. But beyond the angry howl of the wind, you see nothing else move. Vulwin, you slump to your knees as pain overtakes you, and darkness consumes you once more. And that's where we bring you guys back in.
Nice. All right. How poetic.
I thought it'd be good to have a bit of a narrative ending to that.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay.
I'm going to take the next 10 minutes to cast Prayer of Healing on everyone.
It's a nice thing to cast.
Thank you.
Yeah,
What does that
thank
do?
you.
And just to confirm,
Those things.
Okay.
yeah, just to confirm, Vulwin is out, right?
Yes, and bleeding out. So 10 minutes, you're going to have to make 10 minutes worth of death saves.
Yeah, it's true. I got one success so far, but I also did get a heal. But I guess we have to that's retconned. So
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to use your healing slot to heal him now, totally allowable, because you would have done that.
I could give him a cure light wounds.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
So,
I will do
Vulwin, you reawaken with Tahko standing over you, having just poured some of his power
This
into
much.
you.
Pretty good. 14.
oh,
14.
that's pretty good.
Well, only with the second one. Jeez, that first one. Yikes.
Are they dead?
Yeah. Good job. I'll pat you on the shoulder.
And I just posted the text into the Discord chat if you guys need to refer to anything that happened.
Oh,
Because
sure.
otherwise
Okay.
reading it out is difficult.
Now what? Now what do we do? Oh, 18 healing. That's nice.
Wow.
We need to head somewhere safe or do something. We're all going to freeze to death at this rate.
Well, right. I feel a lot better. Thank you, Irilyssa.
Welcome.
Tahko, Vulwin, give me a perception check,
Okay.
which is also my cue to bring the sound effects back in.
Oh,
yes.
goody.
So texting that.
There we go.
8 more Yetis. No, I got an 11.
So I mean, it means no more Yetis.
We're not safe Yeti. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Yay.
Getting
My
kind of
session guys gotta
upsetting.
go now. Bye.
Just to clarify, when that happened, did Vulwin actually, was he aware?
Of-
No, probably not. Okay.
No, probably not. It's slightly weird for you because, Vulwin, when you come to for the second time, you're in a completely different place from where you remember going down.
Yeah. I assume Tahko dragged me away kind of deal.
And Irilyssa, you very much remember that Vulwin jumped at you like his fangs bared as if he was going to strike at you, and it seems like at the last minute he turned into a shoulder barge.
Hmm.
We're not safe out here. We need the weather will get to us.
I know.
He kind of points. The bodies. Grab the bodies. Pile them. There'll be a natural way to break.
Vulwin, you hear what sounds like dogs barking above the
Dogs.
the wind.
Am I just hearing things? Anybody else hear the dogs?
And with that, Tahko, now you're probably listening out for the sound of barking. Yes, you too can hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I do. Could it be a sled?
Those friendly barks or angry bark?
I'm gonna guess friendly.
They're just barks.
Wouldn't you know, Vulwin?
Yeah, they're just barks. Many things make barks, but
Do they sound like friendly barks or angry barks? Can I do an animal handling check?
Animal handling,
To
absolutely.
guess I want to guess the intent of these barks.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
20. Damn.
So, having grown up with dogs living in the Wormdoom Crag, when you took them out for walkies, there was usually kind of eager barking as they were kind of chasing off, that like when they're really straining against the leads and trying to like pull you somewhere. It's that kind of energy you're getting from this.
Okay. Good.
yeah, there's somebody else out here that
Who else would be out here?
Hunters?
I don't know. Anybody.
Well, maybe more bodies together is better than not. In this blizzard.
It's a risk. But we're gonna be stranded out here otherwise.
Yes.
Well, should I just yell?
Yeah.
Best we've got. Light a lamp or anything if you've got light.
Okay.
You may not
All right.
pierce through this blizzard.
I'll light up my lantern.
Okay, cool.
Same.
Okay.
I'll also take a moment to try to regain my breath.
So lanterns, yeah, you're able to light it. It's difficult. It takes you a couple of tries to get it going because of all the wind constantly blowing things out. But you are eventually able to get those 2 lanterns lit. And with that, we are going to need to take a very quick 2-minute break because there are a few things I need to set up. So bear with us, chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so hello everyone. Technical stuff. Yay! I would like to introduce DM Lake, who is our special guest for tonight. Hey, Lake.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing?
Whoa!
For the second time. So,
Hello.
party, you've been hearing the growl and the yelp and the eager barking of dogs somewhere nearby. Their exact direction is very difficult to make out because of the swell and the gusts of wind around. Lake, you, from ahead, in the direction that the dogs were leading you, now see 2 pinpricks of light appearing in the white haze of the whiteout that is this blizzard.
As he kind of starts to approach, he'll probably just take a moment to examine and then call out, "Hello? Who goes there?"
Over here.
Us.
The Dawnbringers!
Oh!
Is he coming over here?
You even see anything? Like,
I imagine you all would start to see approaching you is a weathered-looking old man. Long silvered beard that runs down the side of his face, long hair that's just kind of dangling around the sides of his head, underneath a hood that has been pulled up. Heavy furred and burlapped clothes that are kind of hugging tight to his frame. He's hunched over, but he's not hunched over due to a bad back. He seems to be hunched over, holding onto the collar of what looks like a golden husky that is kind of guiding him through the snow. Tramping around him are several other dogs. 4, it looks like. They're just kind of all moving around, sniffing the ground. And as he kind of sees you, out in the middle of a storm, lost in the snow, and bloodied in the night. Yes, I believe this is exactly where you're meant to be. Come with me. I've honey to share.
Honey?
Yes, follow. He just turns and starts to head back in the direction he was came in.
Well, honey's never steered us wrong before, so let's go.
You're right.
No, but I'm good. What is this person doing out in this storm?
Well, when we
Saving
beggars
us.
can't be choosers, let's go.
Well, I know, but I have a lot of questions.
We can ask later.
Well, yeah.
Are
Okay,
you
well-
coming?
Yeah, I'm
Yes!
coming.
Oh, good. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Stick together, everyone.
We'll just be on edge, or you will be anyway, Vulwin.
So in
No,
time,
I mean, it's-
this scraggly, silver-bearded and haired older gentleman leads you a couple of minutes, probably about 10 to 15, through the never-ending blasting winds that makes up this blizzard, and you eventually find yourselves before what looks to be a fairly low hillock, and around the front of it is a wooden frame which has clearly a door in it.
This will be warm. I hope. I remember it being warm. Korea, lead me in. The dog just kind of pulls him up to the door. He struggles with it for a second before he kind of pulls it open, kind of tugging the snow out of the way.
Well,
Anything here? No? It should be safe. Come on in.
it's better than staying outside.
Yeah.
Should be safe's clearly better than not safe.
Let's get out of this blizzard. It's just an old man. We can defend ourselves if we have to.
I'm really concerned about him.
It'll be fine.
Just wary. Hopefully a kindness of a stranger.
Let's go.
I would say as you all kind of make your way, the old man will make his way in with the dogs just kind of following in suit, shaking themselves off in the doorway. What you see here is what appears to be a hovel that's kind of been pseudo dug out into the ground with snow covering it. Blends in fairly well with the snow side here. Probably about 15-foot radius. There is a small fire that is burning in the middle that is kind of radiating just enough heat where this is pleasantly warm compared to the frigid cold outside. You see several barrels, or what look like small clay pots in one corner of the room. What looks like a hempen mattress that is just kind of folded over and left on one side with bedroll covering it. And as you kind of sit in, you see that all in all, there are 7 dogs in this chamber, all of them kind of laying about. 2 are sleeping in the corner, 1 that is constantly following at his heels, and the others that are just kind of casually looking at each of you, but all are well trained. They don't seem to sniff or bite at you at all. A few of them are just looking at you, like they're keeping tabs on you.
Okay.
Don't forget to close the door. It's cold out there.
Laura will look behind her. See if anyone's doing it.
It's like whoever's
Irilyssa is
left
just
in there.
like immediately going over and just like petting all the dogs and like
Yeah.
ruffling their heads.
Good.
Okay, so Zagrax, you head over, you heave this door shut. It is giving a fair bit of resistance because of the wind still billowing outside, but as soon as you get it shuts with a very nice little snap, and you hear a catch falling into place. And the interior is indeed quite a bit warmer than the outdoors were. And you can already kind of feel the snow that just clung to your clothing starting to drip and like fall down the back of your neck and stuff like that.
This is nice.
Yes, I think so.
Thank you.
Well, you're just lucky that I happen to be in the right place at the right time.
Definitely lucky. That was a really bad fight.
Who said lucky?
Yeah.
I'm lucky. Not really. She's laughing.
Are you?
I don't
Lucky.
feel lucky.
You're alive.
Lucky to be alive.
Yes. Introductions. I am Godfrey. That is what you may call me. And you all are the Dawnbringers, you said, but I would ask more about these individuals I have invited into my home.
Very well. I am Tahko.
Zagrax.
Vulwin.
Irilyssa stands up and kind of like brushes herself off. Irilyssa.
I'm Elora.
Well, also some very normal names to me. Good. I was worried one of you might have an abnormal name. You have to be careful with people with abnormal names. So, how did you get lost in the snow? Somebody lose their way, or are you searching for something?
We were heading back north to the 10 towns, and we got caught in the storm. Do you normally live out here alone?
I am not alone. I have my companions. They have treated me well. They hunt for excess food, and I have never gone cold a night out in this waste.
Not the best conversationalists, though, are they?
Not if you don't listen. They have their own words, if you pay attention.
Each of their own matters, as I'm sure.
Yes. Allow me to introduce you, yes. This here, and he'll pat the one right next to him, this is Koya. She is the eyes and ears of this little outfit. Over by the door, that's Sun, Gru, and Troya. They handle guiding and protection from the horrible beasties out there. Mary and Urga are sitting by the corner, and the one that is sleeping there, as always, is Bork.
Nice to meet you, dogs. And you, Godfrey.
I appreciate it. So,
Yeah.
strangers meeting in the night, and I have asked questions of you. I assume you must have questions more for me.
Yeah, I got a question, just out of curiosity. You just normally go sledding around in blizzards?
Sledding? No. But I saw the flares, and it seemed that you might be in need of assistance.
True, we
Vulwin
were.
looks around at you like, Blair? What are you talking about?
Shot into the air.
Yes, the shots we missed.
Yes.
I missed.
When we fought the trolls.
Oh, that actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yes. My eyes might not be what they used to be, but I can recognize a falling star in the night. So, you call
Sorry for the
yourselves...
questions.
I asked you to ask. It is not fault. But I still find myself curious. You call yourselves the Dawnbringers. This is a name that I have heard before.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have. I have not been here as long as I would, but this name has come to my ears at least once. Oh, I
From
wouldn't. You hear things when you listen for them,
oh,
much like the dogs. You say, yes.
Hopefully, good things.
There's a moment where he kind of sits there contemplatively. Maybe. We'll see, shall we? Where shall we start? Where shall we? You said your name is Tahko.
Tahko.
Yes?
Yes.
Tahko.
Perhaps one of those strange names you were worried about.
Not as strange as it could be. That is to be certain. You strike me as a being of faith.
Yes, and I suppose so.
Sun can smell it on you. And he'll just kind of raise one of his hands up and point to a dog that is just kind of staring at you. And as you kind of look at it, it just kind of licks its chops.
Oh.
May I ask who you pay homage to?
I pay homage to the Raven Queen.
That is a name I have heard, but a few times recently. Not as many would worship her as others. Curious. If I may, what drew you to her? Or, I suppose, her to you?
You ask just the questions I wish not to answer, but I will since you've saved me.
I believe that would be a fair exchange, though you need not reveal all your deepest secrets.
Thank you. She was drawn to me and showed me visions that I knew not of myself, so I began to follow her in kind.
Interesting. And you find that your faith in her is well placed.
So far? Yes.
Good. Well-placed faith can be as sharp as any sword or sturdy as any shield.
It's proven so far.
Curious. What of another? Irilyssa. Sun seems to sense the same on you as Tahko here. And who is it you pay homage to?
Saloon.
Ah, the mistress of the moon.
Yes.
Your scale is as white as a full moon. Fitting. One might even call it beautiful. And how did your practice for saloon come into being?
There was... I grew up in Candlekeep, and in my studies I always heard a voice calling to me. So I traveled, following this voice, following this feeling, and wound up in the House of the Moon in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep is a long way from here. You have come very far indeed. But I suppose most of you have come very far to be here. At least, most. Elora, tell me about yourself. Bork here says there's something interesting about you, though he won't tell me what.
Oh, Who? She's looking around.
He will point over towards the dog that is just sleeping in the corner.
Okay. She's like, well, my name's Elora. I grew up in Tourmaline. My parents run the tavern there, and I really wanted to do something about this eternal winter thing we have going on, and it led to many opportunities to help other people, and I received a special gift. I think somebody saw something in me, and now I'm able to help more with these people. He'll just smile.
Something special inside you. Indeed. The question is, what? Not a matter of hiding, but a matter of showing what you can do, maybe?
She'll show you this ornate lantern that glows a blue color, and she says, I can go into this lantern for safety.
Hmm.
Kind of tilts his head to one side.
It was a gift from my benefactor that gave me these other gifts.
We see him kind of start to look off into the air for a moment, and one of the dogs in the side of the room just starts to whine a little. Yes. I can sell it. You're not. No. Not disconnected. But your friend. Are they missing?
They're imprisoned by Oral.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm trying to end winter also to save them, or help them. But they've helped me a lot more than I've helped them so far.
I think you'll find that the bitch queen, you will succeed in your goals. Assuming that you can maintain as you have been. You are curious, but I shall not say more, as I feel that would be dishonest. Vulwin, it is your turn.
Yeah. You notice that he's got a dark green scarf that's kind of sitting just above, or just below his nose. He's kind of got it bundled up. Yeah. Grew up on the tundra. Grew up with a group in the Lonelywood. Where I learned about this, about all of this.
And what brings you specifically to the 10 towns? What investment do you have in this endless winter?
Well, I'd like to see it. God. It was, it was okay when it first began, as every winter is. But it's been here for too long. Fishers are losing their jobs. People are losing their lives. It'd be nice if it could go back to how it was. It's not bringing out the best in people.
Is that something you know a lot about? The worst in people.
He kind of narrows his eyes. Yeah, I've seen it. It's not that different than nature. Except nature doesn't wear a mask.
Everyone has a mask they wear, hiding something they don't want others to see. Yet, you can trust in people you know close. That is what I believe.
I would disagree. I would. Yeah, I gotta believe in something, right?
Yes. Believing in something. Sure. I personally believe in justice. Doing the right thing. That is what led me to your savior tonight. So I hope you'll forgive an old man for asking so many questions. But I believe I've asked so many. Do you have any more from me? I have lived here in the Wastes for some time, and I have heard rumors about several things. So if there's something you would know, perhaps I have heard of it. Perhaps I've even seen it.
Well, in parts of many things, we're looking for a Jurgar fortress in the area. Dark dwarves. Might you know where we could find it?
Duragar. Dwarves from the deep, who have forgotten light of the sun. From what I can hear, it points south, though more I can share later. The morning would be safer. For now, eat and rest while we speak more.
And he will just gesture towards several of the pots, which he's going to say,
Leave at least 2. We will need food in the morning.
All right, I'll go and see what's cooking.
Right. Do you know anything about the snail-like ship thing to the south of here? We just came from there, but everyone that had been there had perished. So, it was kind of a sad situation, but I think it'll turn around.
Do you refer to the fallen star?
Yes, I think so.
Little life has been stirring there for some time.
Even less now.
Well, there's someone there now, and I think she'll be okay. They'll be okay. She looks up, like not sure what to call it. But
There's no carrion crawlers there.
yeah. But if you're curious, maybe you could say hi. Sometimes they don't get a lot of contact with other people.
To be
Except
fair,
Schwinda.
neither do I.
That's true. And you both have companions, so maybe it's not necessary.
You are trying to do the right thing. You are not faulted for that. Well, surely you must have more questions than this. I have drilled you for your past. What you would hide, perhaps even a little, and you only have these meager questions for me?
Who are you, and why are you out here all alone? Did you
Right.
just not care for the presence of people?
That is a question that is long and complicated that ends with a simple answer. I have traveled the rugged glacier for many years with my canine companions. They have kept me company, and the ice has provided even where most would find it unsurvivable. But here I find this endless winter abominable, and I too would see it end before it causes more grief. It seems fitting that those who would also see this fade are people I would save in the night. Fortuitous is the word, I believe, though some might use serendipitous.
If only we could be so fortunate. But it did bring us into your company, so happy to be here.
You said you traveled the Reghead Glacier.
Yes.
Have you come across a Dragonborn who calls herself Queen?
I believe I have heard of this figure.
That would be our other companion's mother. She'll just kind of give a look over to Zagrax.
Almost for the first time, the figure actually kind of looks at you, Zagrax. I do hear something. Snow rolling over Icewind Dale. You should be vigilant for shadows, for they want your head.
Thankfully, I have vigilant companions.
Vigilant. Maybe. They let an old man almost sneak up on them.
That might be true. We've seen better days.
And you will see another one yet. You will be safe here tonight.
Thank you.
Vulwin's, for as happy as he is here, he's kind of curious as to the nature of those words. He'd like to roll an insight check on that, actually. Let me see how authentic that is.
Go for it.
All right.
I'm going to roll for you, Lake.
Sure.
Let's see, I'll send this to you.
Okay, so Lake, I sent you the details of what happened here. I will let you describe exactly what Vulwin may be able to glean from this.
Well, as you kind of peer deeper, you see the old man. You would notice he has pretty severe cataracts in his eyes. Like, his sight is probably not the best. But even as you kind of look deeper at him, the dog that is sitting next to you is just kind of sitting next to him is just kind of staring at you. Not malevolently, but just watching you carefully, kind of taking in what your consideration. There's a shuffle in the side of the room. Another dog just kind of turns and looks at you. They're all waiting, watching, but they all seem very calm and very relaxed, like they are not on edge at all.
Okay. Your companions are very attentive.
They are why I am still safe to this day. They have been trained better than most. If I dare say, better than any.
That's good. I'm glad you could trust them.
I would trust them with my life, and 100 more if asked. Well, If you find your questions growing quiet, then perhaps now is time for rest.
I have one. Have you ever heard of anything that would cause anything that would cause your teeth to be stained a different color, like red?
Your teeth stained a foreign color.
Like unnaturally so.
Curious. A blessing, maybe. Or a curse. Perhaps you will be the one to decide.
Thanks.
I apologize if it seems I speak in mysteries. I have a habit of knowing things that I shouldn't, and not understanding things that I should.
That's
Fair
an odd
enough.
problem to have.
Well, it seems we have kept up long enough. I am going to retire. Buck! Dog on the floor kind of snaps its head up. You are on watch first. Double the others, just in case. We shall sleep soundly tonight, I hope. Dog kind of gives a... So he will kind of crawl over and lay himself in the bedroll. Back to you all, like, he completely trusts you all. No fear.
Okay.
All right.
Though
And did
two of
you-
the dogs do kind of walk over and lay in front of him and just kind of look at you, so perhaps the dogs are paying more attention to you all than he is.
Did you say that you'd left some food and things out as well?
Yes, we did. He did specifically gesture over towards the pots of honey.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, right, there's honey.
I guess I'm chowing on some honey.
Are we gonna put honey on our rations?
Sure.
Just dip the rations in.
Just pour them right on. Yeah. Ugh.
Sure. Why not? I'll at least taste it.
So in this house, is there like a couch or an extra bed or anything soft to lay upon?
There's padding, but pretty much all the dogs have taken it.
Ah, okay.
That's great.
Kind of figured.
Yeah, this is very much a hut made for one person. While there is space on the floor for you to put your own bedrolls and stuff out, there's nothing
Right.
specifically provided
Right.
except for the heat from the hearth.
Well, that's fine.
It's fine.
No, I mean, it's better than being out there. Way better. Like
It's true,
110% better. I'll just lay on my bedroll and eat and get ready to go to sleep because
Yeah.
Elora's happy that she's not in the cold.
And the honey
die.
is really good. Like you've had some pretty decent honey from Goodmead.
All right.
And while this could certainly be sourced from there, like it has that really kind of sweet kick to it. It's good quality.
All right.
No moldy flowers, just tasty honey.
And whichever dog is actually going to be on watch, Vulwin will actually go up to it and just kind of be like, "Hey, thanks for keeping an eye out for us." With the limited amount of communication he can make to it.
The dog is surprisingly eloquent, and I don't know how much you can get back from it. But the general idea you would get back from it is my duty.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can pick that
Alright.
up then. Well, yeah, you're doing a great job. And he'll head back.
And with that, you all bed down for the night, getting your various sleeping accoutrements out. And the night passes quietly.
Nice.
Right.
Surprise! You didn't die in your sleep.
Yay!
Surprise!
I mean, it's become a common theme, so.
Not this time.
Not this
Not this time.
No.
Uh,
We only really have to worry about Zagrax dying in his sleep.
Yeah.
Zagrax sometimes
Or you
almost
dying
surpasses
in my
death.
sleep.
So
Yeah.
fairly early in the morning, after we had finished the arrest, Zagrax, you would awaken to one of the dogs licking you on the face.
He might not
Would I
awaken to
actually
that.
awaken?
might not
to it, is the real
Or
question.
just how long it would take you to notice, but you would eventually awaken to a dog licking you on the face.
A straight hour of that before you wake up.
Yeah.
Right.
Your
Your
face
whole
is
face is
pretty wet by the time you do waken. And there's just this pool of drool on the pillow
Yeah.
beside you.
Is the roof leak? Oh, hi. Morning.
And he'll sit up and, wipe once, twice, 3 or 4 times to get all the drool off his face.
Thank you, Mary. You took far longer to awaken than I thought you would. That is concerning.
Yeah. Deep sleeper.
Can I gain your assistance with something outside? We will not go far. Your teammates
Sure.
will be able to hear you.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
The old man Godfrey will lead you out to the front. The dog's just kind of sitting behind, out into the early morning. Would the blizzard have broken?
The blizzard
PM?
has now passed, so there is a light snowfall still falling, and while there is snow heaped around pretty gratuitously, the wind at least has completely died down.
I must offer apologies to you. Yesterday, I entered the questioning before I had a chance to question you. Trusting that it was not disinterest, but merely I wanted to remain polite. I am very curious about you as well, Zagrax. So if you would entertain an old man some more questions.
Sure.
You are different than the others. There's something about you. You hail from near here, am I correct?
You are. The town of Hillside, which, sad to say, is no much of a town anymore.
Yes. The crater. And it was mentioned by the others that your mother is the bitch queen, I believe, yes?
Tis her title in more ways than one.
Curious. What of your father?
He died in the catastrophe that befell Hillside a few years back.
Yes. Something about him. Something about him. Your town burned down before it turned to crater, didn't it?
That it did.
Hmm. And you are searching for something now. Yes?
Yeah, my drive is first and foremost to find whoever destroyed my town, and in the process, if they're the ones who are causing this winter, then so be it. I'll slay them as well.
Hmm. You come from a complicated past. more complicated than I feel you know. Your mother, she controls the nomads, and in doing so, endangers them. Your people, their people. Give me 1 second, I'm double checking something. I apologize for this. Most of them, maybe all of them. Perhaps if you could show them there was a better way, then you could save them. Perhaps your vengeance should also find peace with mercy.
Easy to say, not so easy to do.
Justice is right. I will not dare tell you it is not. But there is such a thing as a greater evil. And perhaps you will find in the long run that that is what you are truly seeking.
For probably the first time, Zagrax, like, his eyes go like 1,000-yard stare for a bit, more so than normal. There's a little bit of that going on normally, but kind of just sits back and is lost in thought for a while. But he doesn't say much of anything. There's internal conflict that you can see brewing.
The others will enjoy honey for breakfast, but perhaps I can offer you something else. And you'll see him just kind of reach down to the ground and kind of brush some of the snow away. And as it does, the grass almost seems to sprout up from underneath it. Like, the grass was there. It wasn't dead. It just grows naturally. And he starts to pluck pieces of it off and hand it to you. My favorite.
Huh. Can't say I've had this before.
And he'll, look at it a bit and then eat a bit of it.
It tastes like sweet frozen snow peas.
Well, that's not bad.
Early morning frost on blades of grass has always been my favorite.
I have to keep that in mind. Something to set the day off on the right foot.
Yes. And he'll give you a pat on the shoulder, which is surprisingly sturdy for an old man. But there is one thing I must tell you before your party sets forth. An evil stirs to the south. A storm is coming on the back of black wings. Find comfort and shelter among your friends. You will need them for the trials to come.
That is the plan.
Oh, man.
Just hope we can survive it, whatever it may be.
Trust. You'll find a way. Now, I imagine you all have much ground to cover, and this will be best when the storm has abated. And I have entertained you for long enough, I feel, today.
And as you return to the hut, Zagrax, you recover from that 1,000-yard stare that you've had for a while, and you feel that everything is clearer. Like a fog from around your eyes is lifted, and you seem to be seeing many details of the world around for the first time. You have now gained a proficiency in perception.
Hooray!
Wow.
You got
It's
class
still-
contacts.
It's still shit.
Jason, your eyes got better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should just eating your vegetables.
It's really good blades of grass, guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
Your perception is now at 0, if I'm correct?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That is definitely a decision.
You just needed some vitamin A.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eat your carrots, gosh darn it.
Yeah, eat your carrots.
It's hard to get all your vitamins in the middle of an eternal winter.
Yeah.
Right,
I feel like
true.
this has been an issue for longer for Zagrax.
Probably.
Yeah.
But hooray! I am now
Hooray.
less shit at seeing things.
That's the opposite of dying.
Yes. Boy.
That's great. Well, guess. I mean, I assume we're just like gonna wake up slowly and then get our stuff together and wait.
Yeah, I would say you do wake
Some more
up,
honey.
and Zagrax and the old man are missing.
Right.
And looking over to where Zagrax was sleeping, you just see that where his head would have been is just absolutely sodden, soaking wet.
Ah, great. I was an assassin.
I don't think so. Since all the other dogs are here. Maybe we
did
just
anybody
wait a
see
little
him?
while.
Mm.
No?
Well, let's get packed up.
Right. I'll pack up his things. She'll like...
We can't always watch out for him. I'm sure he's made his own decisions.
Right. Yeah. He's big enough to hold his own.
Yeah. If he's awake.
He's clearly awake.
I don't know. It looks like he was crying all night.
Don't judge me.
Oh.
I don't know if you noticed, but nobody was really talking to him. He's pretty quiet.
No.
I don't
Maybe
know
he
how
did
much
cry all night.
I don't know how much we should say in front of the dogs. And I look at one of the dogs.
The dog looks back at you.
They're fine. They're just dogs.
Well, they're
She'll
nice.
pat the head of the dog. Whoever's closest.
They're well trained. They're dutiful. You can trust them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just dogs, they're all very good.
They're all very good dogs.
They are, in fact, the best dogs.
I think this old man and these dogs might be spirits of the mountain.
What?
Huh?
Well, he knows far too much.
Maybe, but
Perhaps.
I'd rather that than,
An
the
assassin.
hag or like anybody else we've met that's
True.
not been kind to us. So,
I'm not complaining. I'm just wary.
Well, after what happened last night, this is entirely different.
right.
This
And-
is good.
And the honey's good.
Mm-hmm.
And there is still plenty left, so you can enjoy another meal of honey and whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It goes
Might
well
as
with moon
well.
cheese. Do you want some moon cheese?
No, I'm a little...
I'm still not so sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know. You can enjoy it.
All right.
You feeling okay after eating at Tahko?
Oh yeah. It's very soft, very sweet.
Creamy.
Pairs really well with this honey.
Well, give me just a small piece. I'll give it a shot. I'll try it out.
It's about this
Alright.
time that Zagrax and the old man return.
Okay.
Look, he's still alive. Perfect.
Good, good.
I don't die that easily.
I told you he'd
Most
be
of the time.
fine.
Well, you were missing. We were just concerned.
Yeah.
Don't worry about me. I managed not to freeze to death. On my own.
That's good. I packed your stuff, Zagrax. I hope that's okay.
Oh, thank you.
Zagrax, if you ever need to talk to us, we're around.
Yeah,
Right,
like
yeah, I
all
know.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What? Okay.
It looked like you've been crying through the night.
Yeah, it was really wet. Your bed.
Because
what do you call it?
Zagrax just like Tahko
Sleeping
says
bag.
that, and Zagrax just like slowly turns and stares at him like, what? And then
No,
Mordred's wet.
that was Troya. She's very affectionate.
Ah,
Oh.
My
Okay.
deep slumber and dog trying to wake did not. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, you all
Well-
can burn time here all day. Sometimes we must leave safety to find the danger.
Right. You're right.
Well, we don't have any trouble finding danger. It finds us.
Clearly not.
Very true.
Ugh.
But I think you'll be all right. I'm counting on it.
Hmm.
Put an end
We,
to this endless winter. For all of us.
That's the goal.
We'll do it.
Yep.
Or die trying.
No.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah.
And do not forget what I said, Zagrax.
I won't.
Mhm.
But
Well,
we appreciate the safe place to lay our heads for a night. And the good company.
Yes,
you're ever-
thank you.
If you ever make your way to Goodmead, just tell them that you're a friend of the Dawnbringers, and they'll treat you well.
Yeah, that's
I will keep that in mind.
yeah. Sorry we won't be able to have a drink with you. We're gonna be all over the 10 towns.
Do not worry.
It's been a nice, relaxing time, given last night, given what we're going into. So, thank you.
right. And thank you for your surprising hospitality. It was a really good surprise. We needed that.
Of course.
And with that, you head out, I guess.
Okay, goodbye.
Jeez.
All right.
All right.
I think that we should probably take a break so I can get everything back. Lake, thanks very much for that. Really appreciate your appearance.
Thank
Jeez,
you.
thank you.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
And chat,
Fun little interaction.
we'll be back
Good
soon.
one. All right.
Yeah.
Chat.
Bye, Chad.
I am.
Never left.
All right, we're just bringing things back in, sorting out green screens, and boop, there we go.
Cool.
So, you guys are just leaving the old man's. You can't really call it a cottage. It's like, now that you can see it in daylight and without snow everywhere, it really does look like the entrance to like a mine shaft or something like that. So you just got this wooden structure extending out of this low-flung hill. But that is where you are right now. What would you like to do?
Cool.
Well, I guess we're back out here again.
And it's not a blizzard.
Well, we should be able to travel
Good.
safely now.
As we're leaving, I'm gonna keep looking behind me to look at the cottage.
So you see two of the dogs kind of just perched outside of the doorway, and they're obviously kind of watching you as you're going, but they make no move.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Zagrax, we gotta talk.
Yeah, what about?
The next time you decide to bring a moose with, maybe don't leave it so close to our shelter. That's gonna attract all sorts of predators out here in the middle of the tundra.
Delicious moose.
That makes sense, yes.
You did stop to think about that?
I've never had a moose before.
To be fair, none of us thought of that.
Well, not a lot of good it could do either way. Not now.
And then with that, Zagrax just like plops in the snow and spends 10 minutes to cast, and all of a sudden the moose just like appears out of the snow or some crap. And it's
10
back.
minutes later, we're like all the way across the
We're
tundra.
like,
what are you
bye."
doing?
Right?
And then Zagrax comes riding up on a moose.
No, fair enough.
That's yeah. that works.
Yeah.
What's this one named?
Oh, it's still Johann.
Ah,
So Johann the Second.
No, it's the same one. I already apologized to him. Probably not fun.
How'd you bring this thing back to life?
Oh no, he's a spirit moose.
Okay.
okay.
Don't ask
Okay.
me.
Mountain spirits, they're a thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I am asking you. I mean, you're the one that brought it here.
The world works
So-
in mysterious ways.
I'll ask you, what were those dogs talking about last night? You can talk to all sorts of animals, Vulwin.
Well, between sleeping, I probably wasn't listening to what they were saying
Yes,
because I was asleep.
You looked exceptionally tired last night.
Yeah. A lot was going on.
That's true.
Almost dying really takes it out of you.
That it does.
From what I saw, it was a miracle that you were still conscious.
Well, I came back to after Tahko healed me, but otherwise I was out. Took one blow from that ice troll and I was down.
You don't remember running into me, bull rushing me.
No,
Yes. I thought you had gone feral and were attacking, but you knocked me out of the way of one of the ice troll's attacks.
And it's at this point, Vulwin, for an unknown reason, the figure that you'd seen lying on the floor, you can now see clearly in your mind, and it was Irilyssa.
that was you. That was you.
It was me.
Are you're okay, right? Just you're
Yes.
alive. Yeah, you're doing okay.
Of course.
I'm glad you were at some Yeti's dinner.
I'm glad none of us were some Yeti's dinner.
Yeah. No,
Wait, did I hear Vulwin attacks than me?
Wait, what'd you say?
Did I hear that Vulwin attacked somebody other than me?
I have no recollection of attacking anybody.
Oh,
It was less of an attack and more of a push to safety.
Huh.
dang. I was hoping I wasn't the only
I-
one.
Yeah, I don't know how. I was dreaming, and I saw you bleeding in my dream. About to be attacked by not an ice troll, but a yeti.
How were you dreaming?
Well, it was a big strike from the ice troll that I went unconscious, so I assume it was a dream.
Huh.
It could have been your subconscious taking over.
Maybe.
Your instincts, we'll say, kicking in.
No. No, that was a choice.
Well, thank you for choosing to save me. I appreciate it.
I'm glad I did.
Well, it's not getting any warmer. Let's keep going.
It's been a very
Right.
strange night.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anybody
Well, we're
know
all
where
still
we're at?
here. No, do you?
Tell you what,
Yep.
I wouldn't want to be around that place in the summer. It must stink horribly with 7 dogs pooping around it.
Telling you, they're mountain spirits. They probably don't poop.
As you say that, you realise that while it did have a little bit of a musk, it wasn't an unpleasant one. It just... It smelled a little bit like polished pine with a heady aroma of the honey.
Well, it was a pleasant place.
Yeah. Spirit or not, it was a great thing that happened, because I don't know what we would have done sitting in that blizzard.
By the way, I was just checking, seeing if any of you have, kept an eye open as we've been traveling. We're still in the tundra.
We're not out of the tundra yet. That's true.
Right.
Let's keep our
Are
heads
we
down.
ever
Out of the tundra.
out of the tundra?
When we're in the 10 towns, I guess.
Not really.
So I guess we'll head off in this direction then. Where this direction is.
Just get my map again. There we go.
Yeah, I gotta scroll around the map too, be like, where are we?
Who did what now?
There's the mountain. The mountain's over that way.
So,
Get my
if you're
bearing.
just doing the old trekking thing, can I get a survival check from the navigator, a perception check from your scooting a boot, and also an animal handling for the moose?
Oh,
Moose.
come on.
Bye,
Snoop.
Moose.
And
And
this-
Moose.
The new moose is anger
I
moose.
knew it was
It's so
just a matter of
angry at
time.
you.
It's not New Moose, it's Johan. Johan is angry that he just got
Johan.
absolutely destroyed by
Johan.
some Yetis.
So here's the thing. I'm not going to say what happened, Zagrax. You're going to do that for us. It's clear that Johan is not happy with you right now. He is in a properly surly mood. But beyond that, any actions you take is up to you.
Yeah. Probably just is gonna stand there, and Zagrax will take a few minutes to like gesture, move, try and pull him, talk nicely, like nothing works, and finally just kind of like, okay, be that way, and just walks off.
And then he knocks you down and stomps you until you're unconscious.
No, I think it's. I don't think I don't think there's a distance for it till he disappears.
I think it's on the same plane or something ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
He just goes off. You'll find him 5 adventures later.
Yeah. There was no moose abuse, okay? There was a lot of coaxing, and none of it worked.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Trying to get a
The
dog
moose-
to go to the vet
The moose
when
was
it knows
so, like,
it's going to the vet. Yeah.
You can't
So-
put him in the car when he is the car.
Yep.
So the moose just stays probably 200-300 feet away from the old man's cottage, and he seems to have uncovered a clump of grass under the snow, and he's just munching merrily on that. And no matter what you try to do to coax him away, he is not interested.
Come on, Zagrax. We're not gonna wait up. Get your moose moving.
He's not. Whatever.
Hopefully the snail isn't as temperamental.
Lug doesn't have a home.
At this point, Vulwin's just like walking and kind of turn around, like walking backwards, like,
Zagrax
oh yeah, there we going.
is just kind of like whatever, and then just starts following.
Okay.
Give
You
it-
could just get a new one.
Follow, and then
Right.
give it to a point where I can almost not see him, and if he's still not moving, I'll just go and drop. No, I'll actively dismiss the spell so he disappears.
Okay.
At least when he's not.
If he's not, if he's just being angry the whole time and not following, like we're getting like out of eyesight, and he's still not
Give me
moving, then whatever.
give me an animal handling check.
Okay, this is gonna go great. 4.
You can do
Not
it.
following. He is not
Yeah.
interested
No.
whatsoever.
Yep. Just before I drop the spell, I'll just be like, "Sorry, buddy. I'll try not to have that happen again." And then he'll just disappear back to the spirit plane until I call him again.
At least you can see him on the horizon this time.
Right.
Instead of all over our hut.
Yeah.
Or not
So
at
what is
all.
the? Okay. Is the moose pulling anything? Like a sled or anything?
I thought we were
can't
just
remember.
dropping our packs on it, but if he's not moving, we would pick up our packs, right?
I say
Yeah.
I haven't burdened down the moose with my pack yet.
The moose
Right.
had a sled, but when the moose just kind of
Oh yeah.
disappeared off into the nature, I think the sled might have been lost when it was slayed by yetis. We're not going to find it underneath all the snow, that's for sure.
Nope.
So
It's probably destroyed.
even if it wasn't, it's buried.
Yeah.
We're not going
Yep.
back for it.
No.
Well, we might come by the the same encounter area and be like, oh yeah, it's not a good look today.
Right, right.
Okay, so you guys walk on for about 4 hours before Vulwin, you kind of recognize that you're in the head of this valley which stretches out to the east, and you think, okay, this is when we need to start striking north again, and then you spend another 4 hours or so going northwards.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the spot where Danica wanted to climb the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
At least that's what I thought it was at the time.
This is when the voices were speaking most loudly to her, when she was struggling
Right.
the most.
Yep.
And then you walk for another 4 hours, and you're starting to feel quite tired. You can try to press on if you would like, but that will require constitution rolls. Walking through the tundra, especially that you've lost your moose, is not easy.
That's true.
Poor moose. What would we ever do without a moose traveling the tundra? We'd have to do it
We've
alone
only
or
been on
something.
one adventure, and he's not happy.
Yeah. Well, we should probably prepare to bed down, start up, make him a camp or something.
Right.
Well,
I don't know if we could keep pressing onward. We'd tire ourselves out before we cross the river.
Yeah, we don't really have anything pressing to go to, unlike the last few times we've gone and scoured the tundra.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess we can just
Well,
leisurely travel north.
pretty much. I think we should still try out that dome again.
The dome?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, right, the dome.
The dome. Yes.
Uh,
The magic dome.
yeah, maybe if we dig down a little further, like how we set up our tents, that it'll be a little less easy to spot, a little less noticeable. Maybe we don't have a boost to get thrown against it.
I think we might want to set up a tarp over the dome so that when it disappears, all the snow doesn't fall on us again.
But then, well,
Let's go underneath some trees and then set the tarp at a slant, put the dome underneath it.
oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sure.
Alright.
Let's go.
Whoever's setting up the camp, give me a survival check. Let's see how you managed to set this up.
All right. I'll give it a
You
try.
wanna give a hand?
Yeah.
I'll give you a hand.
Thank you.
With
I'll
advantage.
take your
Or you
hand
can
with
roll
advantage.
independently. Up to you.
Whoop! 19.
19. So you find what looks to be a dead tree kind of leaning on another one, which gives you a really good anchor point to set up the tarp. And setting up a couple of stakes, you hammer the other end into the snow, which is still relatively deep, from the effects of the blizzard. And you take the time to cast the Leomund's tiny hut, and there is now a dome of force.
Woo!
Right. I hope this works out well tonight. Not that it was anybody's fault, but man.
Irilyssa just shoots you a look like,
I'd blame the Yetis.
She's not talking like she's blaming anyone. She's just like, I don't want to fight again.
You're muted, Vulwin.
no.
Okay, I just reset this. Let's see. You
Now
hear
I
me
can
now?
hear.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's probably better than just being camped out in the middle of, the open and getting attacked by them in your sleep.
Yeah.
In blizzard.
At least we had a little bit of a warning.
Hours of warning.
Don't remind me.
Well, time to sleep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you set yourselves up for the night. You have exactly 8 hours of pretty decent rest, and then
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we're prepared for it this time.
Yeah. Hear the snow lay heavy on the tarp.
and this time, it's a lot better. But as you kind of look out, bleary-eyed, it's still really dark out, and you realise you set up camp at about 6 o'clock. It is now 2 o'clock in the morning.
And none of us realized that?
I mean, you may have.
We just did anyway.
Yep.
You're
Yeah,
not
sorry,
used
I
to
thought
having
that-
a thing
we
that
had
lasts
traveled for the
exactly 8
day.
hours and then
Yeah.
disappears.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Usually your
Yeah,
camps
that's fine.
last a bit longer.
Well,
I
I'm
guess-
good with just sleeping for another couple hours.
Yeah,
That's
like we already
quite
put
a
up
few
our camp,
hours. Yeah.
our tent. If it's like 2 a.m., Elora will offer to take watch. That's fine with her.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Sure. A 9.
Yeah, I think we misinterpreted the timing and went to bed at like 6. Normally
Yeah,
we'd, like,
so
travel for-
generally you set off at 10, you travel for 8 hours, which is until 6, and then that's usually when you stop and set up camp. For future reference, that's generally how the day
Right.
works.
Gotcha. Okay.
6 or 7, that type of time. Unless you choose
Okay,
to
so it
press
was
on.
the same.
Right.
So you probably did notice, but I'm kind of seeing this as you guys not used to how the tiny hut works. So in the future,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
should probably
Yeah.
set up the camp and then do the hut just before you go to bed, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We set up the hunt and then kind of set up bedrolls and tents and in around the hut, and then went to bed right away.
Well, not even went to bed right away. You probably just hung out inside the hut, reading or whatever it is that you usually do to relax after the downtime. Cooking up meals. I mean, that itself in the tundra probably takes about 2 hours to get an actual fire going with half a meter of snow beneath you.
Right.
Like setting up camp isn't just a thing that happens. It really is 2 to 3 hours every time you do it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, with Elora on watch, the skies seem to have cleared quite a bit, and so while it is still generally very gloomy around, you are treated to quite a nice light green aurora borealis flashing across the sky this evening, or this morning. And after some time, you can see the vague flicker of the sun beginning to rise, and you have that momentary lightest part of the day before Oryl's magic really takes effect and everything becomes dim again before the sun can truly rise.
Elora will actually just be like, it's morning, get up, because she's like impatient now from staying up all night because we didn't plan very well.
You didn't wake anybody else up.
No.
Just
No.
All right, let's go. Let's get going.
Plan that better.
It's okay, it just happened.
She said she had it.
I'm
All
fine.
You seem very chipper.
I just don't want to be sitting for another 8 hours. Or however long it is.
It's probably about 5. It's probably about 7 in the morning.
Well, then she's just exaggerating.
I mean, after 5 hours being on watch, unless you woke anyone else after a certain amount of time, yeah, it probably would feel like about 8 hours.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Well, if we want to make extra ground today, probably be able to cross the river, the Red Waters, and get closer to Dugan's Hole.
Oh,
Maybe.
boy.
So the map currently laid out, is that the path you're taking?
Yeah, I think that was the generally, the path we took down. Generally, the path we got to take back now that we have to go around Dugan's Hole again. Except we're not stopping to the Ice Lodge this time, so.
Or we could do this.
No. Everyone votes no.
Yes.
Well, we do have water. We do have water walk now. How long can you keep that up for?
We water walk
Forever, right?
like
Hopefully.
1 hour. 1 hour per
Okay. All right. Well, get your spell slots ready.
Yeah, if we got 4 hours of water walk. Come on, Highwind, let's go.
Too
Sure.
risky.
No.
Sure,
Yeah, that moment
why
where
not?
it's like, oh, I got to recast this in probably about 5 minutes. Boom, and we all fall.
Right. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So
loose.
generally about that route, just not cutting so close to like the Ice Lodge, just a little closer to Dugan's Hole so we can go around it.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
And on.
Yeah. We'll see how far we can get today.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, maybe
You
if
guys wanna
someone
go a little
hadn't
faster?
melted the leader of Dugan's Hole, we could just go through the city.
Yeah.
Go through if we had taken the city. I'm just saying.
No.
And,
Yes, you're assuming taking the city.
Yeah.
the metropolis.
Yeah, the metropolis.
Dugan's Hole.
Boy.
So can I get another survival check, perception check, and if you're trying the moose again, vehicle.
We'll let him do his thing for a day.
Okay.
In the spirit
Are you
realm.
scared of your moose now?
A little bit. No, it's not so much scared. It's more of the well, crap, I just let Moose out, and he just got eaten. Well, not eaten, because the second he died, disappeared, but gone and got beat up by a bunch of Yetis and trolls, and then is not happy about it. So we'll just let him...
They could have beaten him down and then eaten him partially before he died. It could have been like maybe even a full hour of horrible agony for the moose. You don't know.
Wow.
You weren't there.
I think the agony ended the moment it hit the dome like a ping pong ball and just flew off. We were like a bumper and ball.
Okay, so you guys strike camp, having had your morning meal, so don't forget to use up a ration.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Tahko, are we still taking your rations?
I'll say that while you were at the old man's place, rations were provided.
No.
But now that you're out, you do need to have your own. That honey was surprisingly filling and nutritious. So even if you were like dumping things in it, it wasn't very much.
Well, yeah, it was probably magic mountain honey.
It was delicious.
I don't like the implications of that.
No.
And now that you've left and thinking back on that place, Irilyssa, you and Zagrax, you realize just how comfortable you had felt there. So even if you're a little on edge because he was an unknown figure, you slept really well, like there was no worry in the world. Part of the reason why your pillow was so wet, Zagrax.
Gross.
Gross.
Even you, Tahko, Vulwin, and Elora, you slept well. I wouldn't say as well as the other two, but yeah, it was comfortable. More comfortable than many of the places you've been recently.
Considering that we were in Goodmead not too long ago, that's saying something.
And we slept inside a... Well, we also slept inside a snail. That wasn't exactly...
No.
The snail was warm, though.
You were sleeping on the floor,
creepy.
and you kind of expect your back to be playing up a little bit because it wasn't exactly a soft floor. None of those aches and pains at all.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
In other words, the dogs cuddle against Zagrax and Irilyssa and nobody else.
Sure, we'll say that.
Sure, smile.
So you've been walking for about 6 hours, and again, the weather is pretty clear. You can see clouds gathering in the distance, but they never really seem to threaten where you are. And the going is fairly good, but you're still fighting against the drifts of snow. And while Vulwin is usually really good at identifying them and leading you around them, he must be a little distracted today, because this time you find yourself lumbering more through those drifts rather than around them, and it does slow you down a fair bit.
Yeah, there was a blizzard. Too much snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But after about 5 hours march, you find the red run before you once more.
Good. Then I will totally cast... I will totally cast Water Walk again.
Yay!
Walk without water.
And with that, leaving
falling in.
about as much of a track as Irilyssa usually does, you just walk straight over. It's fine.
Good.
Yeah,
The best spell we've learned so far.
Mm-hmm.
it's actually quite nice crossing here because it's just flat. There's no obstacles go over or around or anything. You just walk straight ahead and you're across in
Subtle.
no time.
Very subtle. Walk on the water. Do it more.
And then you're on the other side, and you're going to continue following the red path?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then you make it to about here before you start feeling the usual exhaustion kicking in. It's getting quite difficult and tiring to go on. You can push yourselves, of course, or you could camp here for the night.
We're actually right about the same spot that we camped the last couple of times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No.
It's
we
almost
find
like
a
we cover
graveyard?
roughly the same distance or something.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, if we're gonna set up camp here, someone else take watch tonight. I'm tired.
Okay,
I'll
I can do it.
hang on. I can pass the bubble right before we go to sleep. That way
That'll
we'll have
help.
a bit of a longer rest.
Okay then, we can do that.
So
That
we can
makes sense.
do all of our normal camping things.
Well,
So you
a
probably
good
do want to
idea
put... Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, probably a good idea to have at least somebody watching during that time.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up surrounded by, anything.
Then we can still do watches.
Right.
I can take the second watch. My eyes are probably best for it.
All right.
I can do third.
And Elora stayed up, so Vulwin, Tahko, one of you two should take the first watch.
All right. I'll take first watch.
Thank you. That way
Well.
Elora can get a full night's of sleep.
Yeah.
Yay!
That'll be good. If anything happens, Zagrax, at least you'll be up.
The power of Gold Ball can only keep me going for so long.
True and true.
Okay, so who was going to take the first watch? The first watch is probably while you guys are still just doing camp-related stuff. So it's not
Right.
really a difficult one, but it's still kind of staying there and watching over everyone.
Tahko.
I do that.
Perception roll.
Perception?
Oh yeah.
All right. Perception 19.
The evening seems pretty quiet. Just looking out over the tundra, looking out over the red waters as far as you can see. Everything seems to be pretty quiet. And can I also get a survival check for the setting up of your camp in general?
Sure, I can do that too.
See if it's a good quality one or not.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
So you're in a bit of a windswept part of the valley here between Hillside and Dugan's Hole, and it's kind of difficult to find a proper shelter to lean the tarp against anything. Most of the trees here have just been blown over or blown away, and the trees you do find are very brittle, and as soon as you attach anything to them, it just falls down, and eventually you're forced to just throw the tarp over the dome once the dome is actually set up. So until you rest, you are uncovered.
Okay.
But in time, your watch ends. Irilyssa, you set up the hut, and the rest of you turn in. Second watch, please.
Would be me. Ten.
So how are you keeping watch?
I'm just I've been just kind of watching outside of the because on the inside it's transparent looking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
there's a
you stay-
tarp over it, isn't there?
Over the top, right?
And I can't leave the bubble.
Nope.
Do we have a tarp over the whole thing entirely?
Yeah, there was nothing to lean it against, so as soon as the bubble
That's
goes up,
true.
you just throw the tarp over the top.
That's right.
Boy. I guess she's just kind of like trying to find areas where the tarp is like not covering the bubble and just kind of like looking around in those areas, but it's not very effective
No,
because
so please give me another throw. This will be at disadvantage.
Oh boy. Disadvantage.
I mean, there's still 10 plus another roll.
Oh. Do you want me to just do another roll then? Instead
Yeah,
of
just one roll.
disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's still 10.
12.
Still 10.
Still 10.
Oh, hang on, no. The first roll would have been 21, so yeah, it's still 10. 10 or 21, we take the lower. 10. Okay. It's difficult. Every now and then, one of the flaps will rise up, and you kind of go over to it, you look out, and then the flap lowers because of the wind, and then another little flap on the other side will go up, and you rush over there and look out. Give me a dexterity check.
5.
Oh no.
Oh.
Zagrax, you're curled up, snoring lightly, when suddenly a heavy weight suddenly stomps on your head. Give me a perception check.
Oh. Oh no!
Hey!
Oh, it worked.
This-
It worked.
Descending
roll?
weight wakes
An
you
18.
immediately.
Oh, nice.
The words of the old men still kind of ringing in your ears that you need to be more vigilant. It's dark. It's completely dark, and there's something heavy pressing on top of you.
What? What?
What? I see it. Tahko.
What?
You were cutting out.
Darn tarp, I can't see anything. Tahko, why did you do this?
Can you
Tahko's still
please
asleep.
get off my head?
I'm sorry, Zagrax. Irilyssa will, like, scuttle over.
At least guess I'm up now. Is it time for my watch?
Sure.
Roll me deception. And Zagrax, roll me insight.
It goes straight. It goes to you, right?
Yeah, do it to me.
Yeah.
It is totally your watch, Zagrax.
I know that I've been hard to wake up, but did you really have to stand on my head?
Really didn't mean to.
Oh, whatever. Hard head. Not the worst thing that's happened.
And he'll just like go out whatever door that we had a door set up.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can actually just walk through it, I think,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
parameters of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Just randomly walk out a direction that whichever direction it is.
Okay, so yeah, you stride outside, still feeling like you've got very little sleep. Like, you're still really tired, but then you're not really used to taking watch. It's not something that you've done a huge amount of, not since Vulwin's abduction. Give me a perception check.
Here we go.
Okay,
Oh.
it's a 9. It's fine, I got it.
That went. Yeah.
It's a 9. So you sit outside, a couple of gusts of snow kind of drifting past as the wind picks up a little bit. And even though things seem clearer to you now, it's still really difficult to stay awake. It's been a long day of marching against the snow, and a couple of times you feel your eyelids drooping. You have to kind of shock yourself awake, looking wildly around every time you do it. And then you settle down a little bit again, get back into the rhythm. Eyes start getting heavy. And then you're shocking yourself awake again. You're kind of looking around. And after a couple of hours of this, you kind of deem this was probably enough. Who's next on watch?
There is no next watch. I was third watch.
Oh gosh, okay. Give me a Constitution save with advantage.
You gotta stay up the whole night.
Sorry, Zagrax.
You're fine. You're sitting there for what feels like hours. And while you're sure you're supposed to be sitting there for hours, that little glimmer of sunlight that occurs every dawn seems to have been a long way away. But eventually it does appear, and then an hour, maybe 2 hours after that, you rouse everyone for the usual breaking of camp and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I know that I haven't been on watch a whole lot, but I forgot how long watch shifts can feel.
Tell me about it.
Aurel's magic must be getting stronger.
Beautiful.
It's a turtle winter, right? Not a turtle night.
She's preventing the sun from shining. Yes.
Sure hope it's not getting worse. It's the last thing we need.
Perhaps it's a sign for us to pick up our pace.
Yeah,
go with
perhaps.
Yeah,
I really
long
want
way
you
to
to roll me
travel.
another deception. I'll just do this after the passive insight this time. So yeah, roll me a deception, Irilyssa. Seems legit.
Perfect. Oh man.
You know, it's really great when you're the insightful one in the group.
And with that, you're ready to set off again for the next day's march.
Cool. Can we push ourselves a little faster then this time around? We're going to be hitting
I mean, you can try.
roads.
Not yet. Not until you're on the other side of Dugan's Hole.
I know it's going to be a bit, but if we want to push to get to those faster, we could try.
I'm gonna say if we're planning on going faster, I will.
I'm just saying we could totally go this way.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Irilyssa recommending that? I was like, let's just go over the water.
I think it's okay.
I mean, or we could just take a beach walk.
Yeah, or we could just go straight through Dugan's Hole.
No.
Not stop for anything.
Dugan's Hole has piers, which means we have to walk through Dugan's Hole anyway. So, no, we'll just take the long way around. If we run across people from Dugan's Hole, we'll deal with them.
I was gonna say, yeah, and if we talk about trying to go a bit faster, I'll summon the Johann again.
Johann!
Give me a survival check, a perception check, and a vehicle handling check.
With profuse apologies for Johann.
Brain.
So
almost a crit.
Loose handling.
this time when you summon Johann, he seems a lot sturdier, a lot stronger, a lot happier, and actually doesn't exactly jump to your commands, but seems a lot less unwilling to follow them.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Travis leaving.
This time, you actually make really good time. And you go all the way around to about here, at the far end of Dugan's Hole, before again you feel that fatigue beginning to settle in. You can continue pushing yourselves if you wish.
How far away are we?
Camp here.
We got a forest nearby, so it can't be too far from Dugan's Hole. Or Goodmead.
Just to make a point, Irilyssa wasn't actively lying to Zagrax. She genuinely didn't know that his time was up. And she genuinely believes that Oral's magic might be getting stronger.
Okay. Sure.
I know
Let's-
is
It's just a
Zagrax
point
is
of order.
tired.
Let's push
Well-
on to Goodmead rather than sleep.
Sean?
Yeah.
Yep.
We all got enough sleep last night, right? So it's,
The beds will feel all the better once we arrive.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess
certainly will.
that's true. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's push on.
Alright, give me another perception, survival, and vehicle handling, and also a con save from you all, please.
Whoopee.
Okey-dokey.
Moose. Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
This is the save. This is the save, right?
Come on, everybody roll a 7.
Man, no one's getting
Good
above a 10.
That's
Great.
okay. We'll push. We'll push for it.
Irylyssa's fine.
Nope.
No, that's perception.
Hey, we knew we were
Oh,
gonna
that's
get exhausted
perception.
from pushing. Yeah.
We're all donezoed.
No, it's all
We're
good.
just tired. It's fine.
We're tired when we get there. If we get there, yeah.
Okay, so you push on, and every step you take gets harder and harder, and you swear that the path that Vulwin's picking goes up every single hill that you can possibly find and doesn't descend at all, and every step just gets more laborious. Eventually you do make it to the path itself leading to Goodmead, but you guys are exhausted and you all take a point of exhaustion.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fair.
Okay. About as expected.
Is there a way to mark that on our sheet?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is?
Yeah, they're right underneath the hit dice and the death saves. There is an exhaustion level.
There is.
I do not have that.
I don't have that either.
Really?
What? Maybe it has to be turned on in the
Maybe I need to turn it on, yeah.
settings.
Zagrax has it.
Yeah.
How do I do that?
Mine didn't do that,
I see.
but
Is it hidden?
Yes, it's
is
in
it?
the cogwheel on the right side under ammo tracking. There's show exhaustion tracking,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Really?
thank
and
you.
you have to turn that on.
they have ammo tracking too? Fancy.
Yeah, they do.
There we go.
One level.
One level is acceptable since we've been
Yeah, it's
walking
about
all
the
day.
normal level of exhaustion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've made an extra mile or so. Do you want to continue to press on?
Heck yeah.
We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna feel better once we arrive.
No.
Okay.
Oh, we only made a mile. Dang.
Yeah. So another con for
I was
everybody.
that was surprised actually.
We can get
we
what,
should-
6 of these before we die?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you can.
This should have been good tracking. This is a pretty normal path.
Need to recall what exactly exhaustion does. 5,
Disadvantage.
On ability checks.
Yep.
Oh well, that's good because. Oh
Yeah.
no, it's ability checks, not saves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
Yeah,
the first
saves
to
That
roll.
makes that makes sense.
15.
Yeah. It just cool.
So
just wanted to check. Oh, go ahead.
you can see Goodmead stretching out before you. The refugee tent city still on the side nearest Bryn Shander, then the stone structure of the mead hall, and then the wooden cabins of the population sprawled around it. And I will need you all to make another constitution save as you are entering Goodmead, because you are beyond exhaustion at this point.
Okay.
Already
This
did.
is the very limits of your endurance for the day.
Definitely.
Fun.
Okay.
Go for.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Okay, so Vulwin, a second level of exhaustion. I will remind you, you can only lose 1 level of exhaustion per long rest.
Mhm.
So
Oh,
you have
jeez.
2, the rest of you only have the 1.
Right.
Cool.
But you have made it to Goodmead, and it's probably like 9 o'clock in the evening at this point.
I think it's probably one of those we wander in, wave at the barkeep, ask for a room or what, 2 rooms, and then wander
Straight
up
to
to the
bed.
rooms and fall into the bed and not wake up till morning.
Yep.
And you can absolutely do that. As usual, you have rooms set aside for you pretty easily. Irilyssa, you can stay at the temple if you so wish. As can anyone
That's
else
what
that
you-
wants to stay at the temple, in fact.
No, I'm
Huh?
staying in my room in
Stay at
the,
the
in
It's fine.
The inn has booze.
I want to sleep in a familiar bed tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, here's an offering for the temple, and I'll offer you up the cheese.
Are you interested in converting, Tahko?
No, it's just a donation.
Well, thank you. I'll make sure that this goes to Hilda.
And Hilda's
sure
kind of
her
standing
children-
there. Is this something special that we need?
No. I will wait till we're out of earshot and say no.
Thank you. At least wait until I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
Give it to me, you stopped paying attention.
And then cooped up in a familiar surroundings. Oh, sorry, go on.
I will, at some point during the night, I will give Hilda my book on Saloon.
Oh. Where on earth did you get this?
It was mine, and now it is yours to learn from.
Oh. It's quite the tome to have been carrying for so long, but I understand we must make sacrifices.
I recently recovered it, actually. That's
Okay.
Let's sleep. I'm
Okay.
horribly tired.
Of course, yes. The High Priestess's chamber is ready for you. She kind of gestures at one end of the temple's side chambers, like where there is a couple of rooms set aside for people of the temple and their guests.
I don't want to displace you, Hilda. If you would like to sleep there, you may. I can sleep in another room.
No. This room has been set aside for you. I have my own chambers already.
They're so much better.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Cool.
I really want to check what phase the moon is in right now.
It's a new moon
sass.
tonight.
Might be.
It is actually like if we're going by Earth, but
Yeah.
Well, at the moment it would be the 17th of August because I've been keeping track.
oh right.
Fancy.
Yep. And the 17th of August is nothing special.
That's right. I get paid on the 7th.
Okay.
Yeah.
No retconning moon cheese.
Vulwin would like to at least grab a drink and some food at the bar if they're still. I'm sure they're still open.
They are.
Good,
Okay.
Good.
So you're able
Are
to
you
secure
feeling- Yeah.
the food and drink that you need, but I'm going to need you to make another Constitution save, please.
What?
Really? Is that
Because
that bad?
alcohol puts you to sleep,
Yeah.
and you are about to
I
drink
mean-
alcohol.
Because you have 2 levels of exhaustion already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna pass
but I mean,
out at the bar.
He's mostly kicking back, like chilling out here.
Yeah. That's no activity
was
to keep you
wondering-
awake.
True. I was wondering if the Deft Explorer trait would come in handy here.
It might. Yes, I would allow that to take off 1 level of exhaustion if you wished.
Okay. By drink, it's like he doesn't necessarily want like alcohol though.
Okay.
It's been a long day, but like
I mean, you're in good mead. There's
they
only
still have
really
something to drink,
one
right?
drink here.
Yeah, that's true. That'll be the watered down stuff.
Sure. I'll
Cool.
allow
You
it.
still want me to take the roll?
I'll just roll a
Or,
dice for
see if
myself,
he's
and if
sleepy?
it's bad, no, you're good.
Okay. This is going like right off to bed after that.
Okay. Then yes, you're able to grab something. The hall is actually relatively busy. Probably just the general buzz of people enjoying an evening. Probably gives you a little bit of extra energy just from being around people. Where there is energy, there is life. And even though your bones feel utterly exhausted and your muscles groan every time you move, you are able to spend a little bit of time chowing down.
Cool.
Awesome.
But eventually you do also turn in. Unless there was anything specific you wanted to do while down there.
No, that's about it. That's it.
Okay. So eventually you do
Been
turn
a
in.
little. Yeah, just rest a bit before going to bed and just drag myself off to bed.
Sure. I mean, sometimes you do just need to kind of let the adrenaline calm the hell down. Just get into that mood of just relaxing.
Actually, too wound up from the exhausted, but too wound up still. Yeah.
Yeah.
But eventually the next morning dawns, and several hours after that, you will find yourselves awake and reconvening in good mead at a table that you seem to have gravitated towards whenever you're in town.
Well, I guess we better get going pretty soon. But first, I'm going to go ahead and let Danica know that we're here and safe. And right at the table, I'll just start putting the slug in my head.
Just grab the slug from me.
Yeah.
It's underneath my clothing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you mind handing me the slug?
Isn't it like right on your neck too? So he's just over there, like goes to like grab you, like.
Yeah, she'll hand you the slug if you ask for it.
I'll ask for the slug. I figured it was still on your shoulder for some reason.
It is, but it's underneath clothing because she doesn't want to be like, "Hey, look, a slug" to everybody ever.
Yeah.
And then he goes and he just places it on his freaking head.
Okay.
Just
So,
plonk.
Tahko, you get the slug and put it on your head. And you get that familiar kind of spreading out.
That'll improve our reputation.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You do notice a couple of the townsfolk kind of craning their necks over at you, then exchanging a few words with their neighbours as they're kind of giving you this odd glance.
Oh,
You
don't
kind of-
worry, it's a slug.
You hear once or twice people just going, adventurous. Yeah, but they're the Dawnbringers, like, that might be... Yeah, okay, that's weird.
We might be the Dawnbringers, but that doesn't mean we're not weird.
Oh yeah, it probably means we're more weird.
Tahko, you now have a slug perched on your head.
All right. Did the little chatter start coming back?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
You might need to like hold on to it, or do you want me to try? Because I've been it's been like touching me for the past several days.
Yeah.
And I think it likes me now.
Yeah. You go ahead and give it a try. I'm not picking up anything.
Okay.
Perhaps you need better reception, Tahko. You should
Yeah, maybe you should go outside now.
you should go outside and
As I pull it off, I'll look at the slug and shake it a little bit. Does it look okay? Look healthy?
The eye stalks kind of whirl around a little bit as you shake it, and then you eventually get back into position and focus on you, and kind of look over
seems
towards
okay.
Elora.
All right.
Tahko's just shaking, like, "Are you okay?" It's like.
I'll hand it back down to Elora.
Okay. What do you want me to say to Danica?
Just say that we're safe at Goodmead.
Okay. All right. Sure. And she'll put the slug on her head.
And again, you can feel it kind of flattening and spreading out over your head. There's just gloopy sliminess, which you're sure is going to be a nightmare to get out of your hair.
Yeah.
You feel
Yep.
the edges of it kind of touching the edges of your ear, just about going inside.
Yep.
And then clearly you hear a voice. Is everything all right?
Hi, Danica. Yep, we're okay. Just letting you know we made it to Goodmead, safe and sound.
Oh, good. I'm pleased.
Yeah. Things going okay on your end?
We are still working on the repairs. It will take some time. The damage is extensive, but yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good to hear that. We'll check in a few days then. There's nothing urgent.
Not from us.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Just checking in, make sure we're still alive and healthy as we can be.
We are gratified to hear that. Stay safe out there,
Great. Thanks. You too.
of course.
Mhm.
and you kind of feel the severing of a connection.
Yeah. Okay.
Did we hear any of that?
No, it was telepathy, right?
Yeah.
You probably,
gosh.
because you're not used to doing this, you would have seen Elora like mouthing the words, but no, not
Right,
vocally.
definitely. She'll take the slug off her head and hide it back underneath her clothing. Be like, no, Danica's fine. She's happy to hear that we're safe. Or they are happy to hear we are safe.
Ah, good.
Yep, all good. I'm gonna go outside and try to get some of this out of my hair.
Okay.
She'll like, I don't know.
And Tahko,
Use
you
the
have the same
spell.
problem. Like, your head right now is kind of slimy.
That's okay. I'm bald.
It makes your head just glisten a little bit. in The,
Yeah.
the flickering light of the giant hearth at the center of the mead hall.
Yeah.
I'll just put a hood up and then wipe it on the inside, put it back down. It'll get crusty, but I'll clean it later.
Ew. Laura's just gonna go outside and try to get it out with like snow or something.
With a bit of a scrub, it comes out pretty easily.
Yeah,
Snow's
okay.
pretty good for
Good,
that type of thing.
Cool.
It's just
And-
like gel.
Tahko,
Yeah.
you're, like every time you move, you can kind of feel the hood like tugging against you, like trying to restrict your movement. It's stuck to your scalp right now.
Oh, good. That'll work itself out. That's fine.
Is anybody paying any attention? I was like, oh my god, what is wrong with these people?
There are a couple of
Nothing.
people you can tell are very, very much struggling to not look over at you guys constantly. And you can see just like one child just standing by his parents' table, just standing there, just mouth slightly ajar, just staring.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, it's a party of 2 Dragonborn, a Goliath, a Furbolg, and then actually now a also tall half-elf with crazy colored hair.
With a slug on
It's
the head.
not yellow.
We probably-
That's blonde.
With a slug on her head.
We
Oh, it's
yes,
just like
that's-
yellow. It's bright yellow.
yeah, stand out like a
Oh.
sore thumb.
Right, that's true. Well,
I don't know if we've ever established this. Is like the average height in Icewind like normal people height? So tall 6 foot is still tall, but not like ridiculously tall.
I would say that heights are more European than American, so 6 foot is already above average. I think
Okay.
average is like 5'10", and these are probably a bit shorter, so probably 5'8", 5'7".
So
Yeah.
yes, redonkulously tall.
Yeah.
Because usually height is to do with nutrition, and these guys don't have the best
Mhm.
nutrition.
True.
Yeah.
The Goliaths do. We eat really well.
You also just have good genetics.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't
We're
say.
heroes.
We can summon random magical powers because we're special.
Our GM said we could.
Oh boy.
So you sit at the table for a time, and you enjoy a breakfast which is provided. Has lots of honey in it. The honey has a bit of a bitter taste compared to the honey that you've had recently. It's still good. It's not as good.
Man.
That honey ruined this honey forever for us.
Those mountain flowers. The sturdiness makes it sweet.
I'm here to give them tips on how to get their bees to have better honey.
But as you're
Yeah,
all
leave it away.
still sitting at the table, and Elora, you've come back from doing your hair,
Mm-hmm.
Olivessa comes over, enters the mead hall, looks around for a moment, and then strides over. And you notice her kind of looking carefully at Elora's head, and kind of glancing over at Tahko's head, and kind of peering a little bit under your hood without trying to look like she's peering under your hood.
Magic slug.
Yeah, we have a new friend. How are you doing?
Yes, Goodmead is doing really quite well compared to many of the towns, I'm pleased to say. And how about you all? How are the Dawnbringers doing?
So far, so
Well,
good.
We're
Still
alive.
yeah, we're alive.
Yeah.
That is
Uh,
a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We had a tiring 2 nights, but we're here now, and
Mhm.
that's what matters.
Yeah, we were going to go to Cardinval. I think the leader? Oh, someone wants to talk to us there.
Yes, it's the leader of the Black Swords.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah.
Whose name is
Avarice.
Avarice. Such a joyous name.
Avarice. It's not a name I'm familiar with.
Mm.
I thought when you said the leader, I thought you meant Speaker Crannock.
No,
Well, last we heard, he was not well.
Yeah,
Yes, he's been unwell for some
But,
time.
right.
The
It's
first
okay,
time,
they had it handled.
the first time we visited Caradinival, we offered our clerical services to him and were turned away with force.
Yeah.
That is a strange thing when you've been
Although-
so helpful to so many other towns.
It was before we were so helpful to so many towns. Now they're actually inviting us in.
Oh, well, that's good, I guess. I hear they don't allow many in anymore.
Mm.
Yeah. Seems to be true.
Well, what I see, everybody's joining their ranks.
Forgive
Yes,
me, though.
and
This isn't what I wanted to speak to you about. You
Oh.
may have heard that the Speaker of Targos is calling a vote of no confidence in Duvesa.
Mm-hmm.
And the...
No.
No?
No.
Yes.
Have we? Wait,
No.
Tahko, what?
Oh, did I not tell you? Yeah, he talked to me about it.
Okay, well, the speakers of the 10 towns have been called to Bryn Shander for a vote of no confidence in Duvesa, who is the Speaker of the Council, the leader of the 10 towns.
Well, they're going to need a new leader, and it might just be you, Irilyssa. Wink. Wink.
What? Wait, what is wrong with Duvesa?
Yeah.
Well, I personally have nothing against her. I've not had many dealings, admittedly. But what Maxil Danar has said in his message to us all is she has been incompetent with the destruction of Bremen and the lack of action taken recently.
See.
We're an independent group. There's no one truly on behalf of the 10 towns that's actually trying to fix anything.
It is unfortunate that during trying times like these, especially with communication between the towns so difficult, we are rather independent-minded.
Yeah.
Yes, our run-ins with people from Dugan's Hole has proven that.
And you notice that there's a bit of a kind of a sad smile, like almost a tired smile as he mentioned that.
Or Goodmead.
Yes, they are not the easiest neighbours to get along with.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we barely even hear from them. They're not that bad.
No, they're bad. We are, yeah. Well, when is that happening? And, well, I guess just when is it happening?
It is due to be taking place in 3 days' time.
Oh. Faster than I knew.
Well, who's representing Cure Dinival then? Is it Avarice?
I don't know. As I said, we've not had much contact with the other speakers. We've just been summoned to a council meeting. Who exactly will attend, I don't know. I intend to leave in the next day or so.
I see.
Aura, that means your boyfriend will be in Bryn Shander.
I don't know. They're not my boyfriend. Anyway, if you're leaving, well, you'll be safe, right? People will go with you.
Yes, I have a company of the mercenaries that we hired that are going to accompany me.
Okay, good.
Do you know anything about why this is happening? As you travel more than most people, I was really hoping for some news.
Well, yes, I spoke with the speaker over there, and it's exactly as you said. He asked me, since we've met most of the other speakers, which one would be a good leader. I'm surprised he didn't nominate himself, as many covet power, but I actually suggested you.
Yes, I did hear that I was on the nominations.
Yes, he was worried that you're inexperienced, but I said that somebody who isn't complacent would be a good choice. Somebody that's new to all of this.
Well, he is right with the inexperience, and honestly, my focus should be here on this town. I'm not sure I could manage a bigger project than this. Goodmead would suffer.
Goodmead is doing better than any other town. I figure on that stand alone, you've done well and should probably look into helping out the rest of the towns.
I'd have to make sure whoever takes Irilysa's place is also, at least has as much drive as her.
True.
Well, nobody would take my place. It's usual that the Speaker of the Council is still a speaker. We're just elected from among our own number.
Oh, I see them.
Well, then
Sorry, politics. She just
you'll
shrugs.
You'll likely need a really good secretary, and I can't recommend the one from East Haven.
No?
No, because she's a thief, and I had to track her down all the way to Targos, but that's its own story.
There's a lot of stories you seem to have that we haven't heard yet, Tahko.
Right.
Yes.
I see.
You've had quite an adventure in the week that you were apart.
Yes, I did, unfortunately. I just wanted to sit and eat my stew, but the world wouldn't have it.
That's what I thought you were doing the whole time.
Mhm.
Right.
As did
You
I.
didn't tell us any different, Tahko, so...
I'm pretty
did.
sure he did.
I told you I went to
Tahko-
Targos,
Yeah,
and
Tahko
the
did
pot
say
is
that.
there now.
Yeah, you
Yes.
said
You
that.
didn't go into detail.
Well,
Yeah,
no
you
one
said
asked.
That the pod was in Targos due to some kind of trade deal, and that was where you left it when we had other pressing matters to attend to.
Yeah. Well, if you want to talk about it, the pot was stolen. I tracked it down to Targos, and then I made a deal with the speaker there so it would remain.
What pot is this we're talking about?
A magic pot that provides a great amount of food.
Oh.
Although now that food is going to the few people left that survived Bremen.
Well,
I figured, given the refugees there, they'd be the best ones to make use of it.
I don't think that was the original plan, but
No.
I guess that's what happened. Elora rolls her eyes.
Trust me, I was there. The only way that pot was going to leave was with us going and getting into a brawl with another speaker of a town, so it was not...
You were there too?
Long story.
Oh my
Long story.
gosh. All of us is like, oh my god, I just wanted to talk to them.
I mean, good story, but a long story.
He's not wrong. But
Well, should we be there for the vote?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we might be able to work on behalf of the towns by being there.
Well, the election itself is closed, but the speakers will all be, those who are attending, will be there in various capacities. It's always possible to speak to them.
That
Yes,
actually,
and if one speaker becomes the head of the 10 towns, and that speaker is you, then you might be able to officially hire us, and we could actually earn some coin besides for risking our necks for the 10 towns.
Yeah, And my concern is that if Avarice isn't just, leading the swords and actually acting on behalf of Caer Dineval as a stand-in speaker or something, then going to Caer Dineval now, we'd miss them. Cross paths, maybe they're already there at Bryn Shander, so we should see who's actually speaking for Caer Dineval.
Yes.
Assuming somebody shows up.
Right. I mean, hopefully
Also
they
that.
should, right?
If no one does, we know where we need to go next still.
Right. That's true.
Hopefully no one shows up from Dubin's home.
I doubt they will.
I doubt they will too, but hopefully.
Well,
But I have
don't
a
they
question.
need to? Yeah.
Need is probably a struggle. They probably, considering how they behaved with us, I don't think they ever want to leave their huts. But you said there was a list of nominees. Is it specifically specific speakers out of the list of all of them?
Each speaker needs to be nominated by another speaker to be on the list. Currently, it's myself, Maxil Danar, and Duvesa. So there are 3 of us in consideration. And I should mention, you cannot nominate yourself. Uh-oh. Are we getting connection issues? Yeah, I think we are. Ah! Connection issues. I'll give it a minute, see if it's just my Discord or if it's theirs.
You should get.
Oh!
Archrill.
Oh!
I thought
I'm
everyone was
hearing
having a
sound.
very deep think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're back.
Oh, it works again. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, sorted itself out.
Great.
That's weird.
I
Okay.
think the connection across the pond was the problem. We were all fine.
Well,
Sharp
chat
bit
could
it.
see me still
Well, you-
talking and moving.
Yeah.
So it was
Well,
you
you look
guys
fine
had
to
a
us
problem.
too. Yeah, you
Yeah.
look
Yeah,
fine
well,
to
yeah,
us
but
too, at least.
it was everything was fine on our end.
We'll just blame Highwind. It's usually his
Yeah.
fault.
I think a
Darn it,
shark just
Highwind.
bit the line as well.
We'll blame you for the pot being in Tower Ghost, but
Okay,
That's-
so just to bring things back to where they were. Yes, there are 3 speakers in contention. Myself, Maxil Danar, and Duvesa. And I should mention you cannot nominate yourself.
Okay.
So there are 3 of us in the running at the moment.
So, I dare say that the Speaker of Targos nominated you. Everybody else has probably nominated the Speaker of Bryn Shander. The real question is who nominated the Speaker of Targos?
Probably the speaker, Bryn Shander.
Especially if they all voted no confidence.
yeah,
Oh,
the Speaker of
highly
Bremen
doubt
live.
that.
I don't know.
No,
What were you-
likely not.
Not that
What were you
we're.
going- What were you going to say, Zagrax? I'm sorry.
Just it'd be interesting to see who nominated Targos, and I highly doubt that the Speaker of Bryn Shander would nominate the one who called the vote of no confidence as a possible replacement.
Fair enough.
Not wise in the ways of politics and all that, but I highly doubt that's the way that would work. I assume who nominated who is not publicly shared.
No.
No, it is not.
Huh.
And even we do not know. That is something submitted in private to the Secretary of the
So you
Council.
can't nominate yourself. Can you vote for yourself?
Yes.
Oh, well. Then with a bit of talking, we can get at least 3 people to vote for you.
I'm still not convinced I'm the best option here.
And that's why I'm convinced you are. You aren't one to covet power.
That might be true. And you always are thinking of the people. That can't be said of everybody that is a speaker.
I just try my best, that's all. I have no special qualities.
That in
Sorry.
itself is a special quality.
Yes.
Give yourself a little bit more credit, at least. Well, are we going to Bryn Shander instead, then?
I suppose so.
Yeah, I think so. We need to find out which speakers are there, especially who's coming from Caer-Dineval.
Yeah, I would rather not miss the opportunity, especially when multiple speakers would show up.
Mhm.
But
Right.
it'll be interesting, like Vulwin said, to see who shows up, if anybody, from Caer-Dineval.
Something about this isn't sitting well with me.
Yeah, something...
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. Uh-oh, it's happened again. Oh! I'm gonna keep moving so I can see when the screen returns. Wonder if my text is working. Do 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 do. This is so strange. So strange. You know, I'm going to try a different server on Discord. Give me a second. I'm just going to flip this around. How do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, done it. I know it's possible. Voice and video. It's not there. Edit channel. Here it is. Region override. We'll say US East. Save.
The best face for you in stream.
There we go.
I know. That looks so great.
I switched to US East instead of what I imagine is Europe as a default.
Oh, we're back.
Interesting.
We're back.
Yay!
Good, it's good for us, as it was before, so...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny because you can't see or hear anything from us, but we can see and hear you fine.
yeah.
So,
Oh, interesting.
It's just you.
Oh, okay.
technology, man. If I had money for every
How
time
to-
it worked.
Right, so
Digital
where were we
money.
again?
I was asking, well, if the Speaker of Targos voted for the vote of no confidence, who would have voted for him to be the new speakery overlord?
Maybe one of his
Is the
friends.
question.
Right, yeah, that's the real question here.
Who would your
Wouldn't be
boyfriend vote for?
surprised.
What? Why?
Well, he's
It's
also
not my boyfriend!
he also gets a vote, I'm sure.
Well, yeah.
No, everybody
I just-
does.
So, who would he have nominated? Do you think?
I don't know him very well.
Oh, come on! I'm sure you know him really well.
Gosh.
Don't know your boyfriend very well?
No! No.
Oh,
It's
was
a
it
long
arranged?
distance relationship.
Was the relationship arranged by your parents?
No.
Oh,
No.
Guys,
Anyway, I'm not.
you've become estranged. You've been traveling for so long. That must be it.
I understand such distances are difficult.
All of us, please stop.
Stop what?
I'm not dating him.
Oh, it's over.
Travel's kind of,
My goodness, this
travel's
happened
kind of
quickly,
hard this
didn't
time
it?
of year.
Anyway.
Holding in this heartbreak this whole time.
Was there a specific reason why this wasn't sitting well with you, Irilyssa?
All of these speakers gathering in one city. That doesn't
Oh, right.
seem odd to you, especially with what happened in Bremen.
That could be bad.
No, not at all. Because Bremen was just attacked by
Ice.
something.
Yes, what's stopping that from happening to Bryn Shander?
Uh,
With all the speakers there, You can take out all of the speakers in one fell swoop, leading to chaos in the 10 towns.
You could, however, the few times that speakers have died, it's been just random chaotic events.
Yeah.
Like
Besides
the
10
speaker
towns.
of this town died, and it wasn't due to some kind of maliciousness. It was just.
I mean, you could argue that it was maliciousness on
Yes.
Yeah.
the case of the.
Well, on the case of the giant, but it wasn't a conspiracy.
The other thing is, we don't know. It's possible they're sending them there for just to, we should be there to be if something happens.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all bringing their own guard as well.
Right.
When was the last time that this vote occurred?
I guess, would any of us know?
I don't know. Before my time as a speaker, certainly. Duvace has been speaker for quite some time.
Say, I lived in Bryn Shander for a while, but also
Yes,
dense.
that's also
Same.
me not knowing.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh,
I also lived there for a while.
But given the security in Bryn Shander, I figure traveling on the road would be more dangerous than being in the town.
right. I'm more so worried something like what happened in East Haven could happen in Bryn Shander than what happened in Bremen. Because we know
The Druger,
they can become invisible.
But the Black Swords dispatched them. You know that. She gives
I
you kind
do,
of
but-
a wry smile.
From that town,
yeah.
we also knew that we were in that. They were also around Bryn Shander.
Yeah.
Black Swords are not, so
Or they may be.
maybe by now.
They
Weren't there when we passed through last time?
They have tried at least to set up here, but we have our own defences. And while they're free to come and go, of course, as they please, we did not take their services.
I see. Well, good, because
You know, say, have you heard any information or rumors on where they started, how they became such a force? Because
No.
it just seemed to happen.
Overnight, nearly.
And their lack of origins, just with the exception of taking over Caer Dineval, put me a little on edge.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If they're doing
felt
other
the
good
same.
things for the other 10 towns, then great. I'm pleased that we have another ally, but
right.
I would know more of them, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's where most of us sit as well, which we were hoping to, and still probably will have an audience with this Avarice individual.
Right.
But with the vote, it's probably best for us to be there just in case something happens. We just have some more trusted hands to keep an eye out.
And
Yeah.
it wouldn't be bad to say hello to Trovis.
Assuming he shows up.
Assuming he's not drunk and doesn't show up. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, even if the current speaker of Caer Dineval is not Avarice, maybe they'll show up as well as part of the guard.
That'd be
Who
good.
knows? But we need to check. We need to know. So that's why I say we should head.
Yep. No question here.
Yeah. When you leave Goodmead, Olivessa, can you put people on guard? I'm extra guard. I'm just concerned something will happen.
It's a wise precaution, yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'll speak to
I
the,
wish I could tell.
I'll speak to the guards.
Yeah. I wish I could tell all the 10 towns that. So I might as well tell Goodmead.
Well,
Send a message to your boyfriend.
No, I can't.
I said,
No.
I can.
Oh. Don't
sending.
bother. Stop.
You
Send
should
a
at
message to my mom instead.
least, you should at least tell him you've
Your
broken up
mom's-
with him. It's unfair to leave him just... Like that.
I mean, it might be a nice surprise to meet him.
Well, if you want to tell him, you can.
You just said that you wish you could tell all the speakers to be
Oh,
on
yes.
guard.
Well, why don't you tell all of them then? I don't have a method of doing that.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, then do that!
You got so angry, though.
She's just gonna...
I understand emotions are hard, but you need to let them out.
And as Elora is kind of sitting there, hands covering her face, you notice the mugs on the table start to shift, start to tremor.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Elora, what are you doing?
What's this?
My emotions are taking over. No.
That's what I'm worried about.
And Tahko and Vulwin, you can hear, even above the usual buzz of the many bees which are up above, a low hum,
Oh no.
gradually getting louder.
That's not the bees.
That's a big bee.
Oh, that's not bees. Never heard
Go
bees
outside
like that.
and look around.
We'll run out
Yeah.
and have a look.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you run outside. Can I get a perception check from you all, please?
Sure.
You are not the only
Okay.
ones doing this. Half of the mead hall is emptying too.
All right,
Buzz,
sounds
buzz,
good.
buzz, buzz comes the giant bee.
Wow, at 20.
15.
Oh,
I might see things.
Yay!
16!
Okay, so Irilyssa, you're looking in completely the wrong direction right now. But the rest of you do notice that there is something on the... It's probably not even that distant. It's probably a good 400 or 500 feet out and up in the sky. And this thing seems to have a large balloon on top of what looks to be a floating ship. And it is slowly moving across the sky towards Goodmead.
What is that?
What in the towns is that?
Is that familiar to any of
Have
us?
you ever seen anything like this? Never seen this.
Something else that can fly. I love it.
It's a boat.
The
Yeah, in the
boat?
sky.
Is there any kind of like insignia on it?
For you? No.
No, I'm looking for a direction.
Yeah.
What? Where is this? A boat, you say? Where? I see nothing.
You look to the water immediately, and it's like, no, up
Grab
there.
your head.
What?
Give me an intelligence check, all of you. Let's see if any of you have even heard of such devices.
Alright.
17!
14.
Maybe I was told about it once. Maybe I read it in a book.
6. Nope.
So, despite that high
Wow.
score, Vulwin, I'm still going to say you would have no reason to know what this is.
Exactly.
Tahko also
Like-
wouldn't. Irilyssa, you absolutely once directed up, and then you kind of hear it's a ship in the sky. It's an airship. Not exactly common, but they are certainly known along the Sword Coast. Those of you who are native to Icewind have never seen or heard of such a thing.
Then I don't know. Only your listeners.
Yeah. All the
Uh,
way up here.
What now?
Well, yeah, of course
Oh.
it's in the sky if it's a sky.
yeah, it's way up
Never.
there.
Never seen
Yes.
a boat that could float in the sky.
They're not very common, but they're mostly around the Sword Coast. And
What's that
it's the
mean?
South.
Yeah, but what's that mean?
I don't know.
What is it friendly?
I don't know.
Who normally
You know all
has
the answers.
airships?
Come on.
Do I know who normally has airships?
You know that they run between major cities. That's about it.
Oh.
They're
You know of them
usually
like academically as opposed to personally.
yes. I've never been on one. I've seen them.
Oh. Maybe they're here to
As
provide
far
us.
as I know, they run supplies from major cities.
Is it a supply ship?
From where?
I don't know.
Perhaps the South realized they've lost contact with the 10 towns and they sent this ship with, I don't know, supplies.
Can we tell what colors it is?
I mean, the boat bit is brown.
Okay.
Shocker.
What kind
Is
of
the
wood
balloon
is it,
red?
though?
No, the balloon is not
Chocolate.
red. Give me a second. I need to find something in the book.
Is the boat mahogany? Is it a
Shut up!
chestnut?
I'm going somewhere with this. Leave me alone.
Obviously, the boat is made of chocolate. That's why it's brown.
Yes, of course,
sense.
of course.
That makes so much sense.
Candyland is finally attacking.
Oh, perfect. I was looking for something to sedate the sweet tooth.
Zagrax just picking up the whole ship and just...
Nom, nom, nom. Done.
Perfect.
The honey isn't sweet enough for you?
But it's different.
Yeah.
Irilyssa, you probably do actually recognize the crest on this.
Could it be moon chocolate? Yes, of course. It's the only logical conclusion.
No, moon chocolate comes from the
Moon
moon.
chocolate.
Moon
Yeah, but it's
chocolate.
blind.
So
Last thing
the
we
balloon itself seems to be a quartered, one quarter being a orangey red, the second quarter being a yellow, like an orangey yellow, and then emblazoned over the top of this is a very large crown. And you recognize this to be the sigil of the Lord's Alliance, Irilyssa.
Out of game, who is the Lord's Alliance?
It could run water deep.
Okay.
The Lord's Alliance are basically the loose confederation of the Sword Coast. They're the
Yep.
representatives of each of them. So in the same way as Icewind Dale has the 10 towns with the Speakers' Council, the Lord's Alliance is basically the conglomeration of the cities of the Sword Coast.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will relay all this to the group.
No.
The Lord's Alliance this far north?
So it is a
Makes
supply
sense.
ship?
That's good, right? Is
Yeah.
it good?
Could be.
Well, I wouldn't. Like, we're on the Sword Coast.
And
Kind of.
as you watch, the airship is now directly overhead, and you can see it's starting to alter course a little bit, heading directly over the woods towards where you, Vulwin, imagine would be the direction of Bryn Shander.
Irilyssa, do these ships ever have armaments on them?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Heavily.
Oh. Alright. Just good to know.
Yeah, gauging by this direction, that's definitely towards Bryn Shander.
Guess we should go.
I'm gonna say low and Zagrax just
Like, the old man said that to be wary of ill tidings on black wings coming from the south.
Is it black?
That is neither black nor has wings, but it comes from the south.
Well, that him saying that aligns with the other prophecy, but not. I didn't. Storm coming on the back of black wings. It didn't have a direction.
And as you watch, the giant vessel fades from view.
Well, I guess we're off.
And that's where we
Yeah,
end
I guess-
today.
Guess we go.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Oh boy.
It's a big meeting.
Yeah.
Uh,
We're even getting 4 dignitaries.
interesting.
Yeah.
So, chat, I am now actually watching chat. If you have any questions for us, do let us know.
Interesting.
Things
Do we
got
have any shout-outs?
aggressively aggressive.
They sure did.
It got aggressively aggressive.
So yeah, definitely some interesting things happening today.
Man, I thought we were just gonna end on everyone making fun of Elora.
had to leave a cliffhanger of some kind.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. You like the guest? Yeah, I like the guest too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that
Yeah,
one.
Lake did an amazing job. He's very good at the characterization. Have a lot of fun working with him on our component cast.
Yeah.
Zep
Great.
and Zadar are cool to hang out
Yeah, it
with.
was really fun too because nobody knew but you.
Yeah. What's that link for component cast again?
It is twitch.tv/componentcastlive.
Oh, okay.
And yes, you can check that out every Monday at 6 p.m. British Summer Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you get to
Oh,
see
yeah.
me playing a character as opposed to all of the characters.
Yes, we get to see Mordred suffer.
Yeah, basically. My poor gnome.
Oh.
A Borg gnome.
My poor
God.
gnome.
Oh my. No, that was wonderful. Because like when you started to say it's like I've got a surprise, it's like what is it?
Yeah, that's a big one.
And I just saw another image pop up on chat. I'm like,
A
Yeah.
big surprise at the beginning of stream and a big surprise at the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I spoil you
good.
guys.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Somebody's surprised.
Yeah.
Last week the battle was bountiful, and just spoiled.
I was so kicking myself after we finished that night. I was like, God damn it! I totally forgot the thing. I really meant to do the thing.
Oh,
That happens.
yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
Had it like
forgotten
written in
many
big
a thing
letters
too.
as well. Like, don't forget the thing.
The thing is with that interactive map, Joe, that you shared, it has spoilers for the players, so we can't look at it.
Yep.
Oh, if it's a map of Icewind, everything's in the wrong place. I've moved
Oh, is it?
lots of things around. But yeah,
Oh,
don't
well.
look, just in case there are like locations that might give names away. But
Right.
Yeah. The names being more important, of course.
I'll be honest, I've been moving things closer to Icewind, so you didn't spend quite so much time traveling.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they're threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zagrax, you gotta summon a couple more moose for us that we can just like
Nah,
ride across
nope.
the tundra. Come on.
Nope. I got the one.
Oh, I see. Sorry, Metro. I see you shared the one that's just the Sword Coast map, not the specific Rime of the Frostmaiden one.
So
Cool.
Zagrax, when do you get the summon group of moose?
Summon
Spell?
mass moose
Ah,
spell.
yes.
Yes.
Summon
Flock
mass
of
moose.
moosin'. Give me that flock of moosin', eh? Yes.
Malty,
I get it.
Johan.
Yes.
Johan.
We have one moose, now we need more meese.
He needs to use
yes.
his paladins he needs to save his paladin spells for divine smite.
That I've used like a handful of times this entire
Well,
campaign.
you wait until you
Pretty
crit. The thing
Yeah.
with that is you wait till you crit and then you use it because it automatically doubles.
Yeah, it's great.
I wonder if that works for my profane smite.
No.
Aw.
If it's anything that allows you to like choose to use it after
Like channel
confirming the
divinity,
hit.
touch of death, would that work?
What's that do?
No.
I pump necromantic energy into my attack, and it makes my damage equal 5.
I've never played a death
plus
cleric,
twice,
so I don't
twice
know.
my cleric level.
No, if
you
it's a
probably
flat bonus, no, it's only if it's a dice roll.
Oh, okay.
yeah, because dice roll is the only thing that doubles.
Okay. Wamp wamp. Hmm.
Yeah. Just watching chat trying to work out who Lake was fun.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah,
fun. Or what? Yeah.
indeed.
I still
There's
say he's
a-
a forest spirit. I was looking back to see if his little hut would disappear as we were walking away, but it stayed.
I don't know.
Yeah. That would have been
Nice.
spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just look back
that's
and it's
cool, though.
gone.
Oh, Matt, you
I guess
did work it
there's-
out? Good.
There's some sleuthing in the chat. Good job.
Mm.
Yeah, I told them, like, don't discuss this in chat. I don't want the players to see.
Oh.
I saw that message as soon as like I'm thinking of who it might be, and then you're just like, don't say anything. I'm watching you right now, chat.
I mean, that was the nice thing because Lake just took over, so I was just like, I'm just going to chill here and just watch.
Oh yeah, it worked really well. It helps that they're a DM too, right?
Yeah. And like I said, I sent them a whole script of the things that you might ask, and then an overview of each of your characters, so we kind of knew the probing questions to ask.
Yeah, no kidding. It was a bit intimidating.
I was like, how do you know everything, sir? But
Yeah.
his answer was just, I know stuff, so.
Yeah.
And
my
it
dog
makes you
can
pause.
smell it on you.
Yeah. It makes you pause too, because it's like, do you want to ask the question,
Right.
knowing that you may get an answer?
Right.
It really was Deckard Cain. I did love that.
It really was. Stay a while and listen.
Yeah.
Uh,
We did.
we did.
We did. It's true.
It was funny. It's like,
Great.
you can ask me questions, and we're kind of just staring back like deer in headlights.
We
What?
just like almost
Were you
died.
dead?
Like, and so we're like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to ask. Thank you, Savior.
Are you gonna eat? Are you gonna kill us and eat us?
The last
Well,
The first
person we ran
question we
into.
got till we go to sleep. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's why I kind of did it then. Because I wanted you to be a little bit on edge, but also he just saved you.
Yeah.
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 Yep. I just feel bad for Zagrax having cried the whole night.
Oh.
It's very sad.
Just
I know.
because the old man didn't talk to him. Like, he was just like, oh, cry.
It really
No,
looked
it
that way.
I was more thinking it was like, Mummy doesn't love me.
Yeah. No. That I knew. That's not new.
Yeah.
She did.
Arguably, the verse is true too. She wants me dead. I want her dead. Easy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I am sorry about having retconned to the very beginning, but I felt like I needed to do something else, then you eventually zapped them to death.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I mean,
thought that was way more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we still zapped them to death. You just told us how we did it.
I tried
Then
to
it
keep
gave the
events as close as they actually were up until that point, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking that when I missed and shot up in the air, yeah, that would totally look like a flare. I was thinking that
Mhm.
the prior
Yeah.
session.
So literally anybody looking at stuff be like, "Ooh, hey, what's that?"
Right.
If anything's gonna pierce the blizzard, it's gonna be essentially a fire laser beam.
That means that our fancy new weapons have a secondary purpose. They can work as flares.
And several of you did actually miss high.
Yeah.
I made sure to say that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if that was going to have consequences. If anybody was going to see that.
Yeah.
No.
Consequences.
At least they weren't negative consequences.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Or
thing.
were they?
Consequences is
Dun,
true.
I don't know.
That's
Some
true,
old
yeah.
guy came out and we got to pet some dogs. That's pretty cool.
And he gave us
Yeah.
some honey.
Yeah.
It's
Extra
true.
tasty honey.
Yeah.
Remember, kids, don't take honey from strangers.
Even if
Yeah.
they have a lot of cool dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Come
Especially
into
not
my-
while in a blizzard.
Come into my
Mhm.
van. I mean cottage.
I was very excited about the toasted marshmallow husky,
Oh,
but
sounds so cute.
it's the golden ones. They look like marshmallows.
Mhm.
Was a good way to start leading what came as a surprise with the guest. Yeah. I mean, I'd already been thinking that I would play him myself and introduce him in that same way, but bringing Lake in, I think just
Right.
added that extra layer of cool. Because he had the added benefit of not knowing your characters in the same way that I do, so he would ask the really penetrating questions, which I otherwise would just kind of assume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a bit off-putting unto itself.
Yeah. Yeah, when he started talking to you, Tahko, and Irilyssa, I was like, oh boy.
He hit right for the Tahko secret stuff too. It was crazy.
He did, yeah.
Yep.
He's like, "Oh, I smell you're a cleric," and I'm like, "What? I didn't say that."
and now Macho has to hold the secret
Forever.
forever. Now you understand what it's like to hold secrets.
Forever
It's a
and
weight.
ever and ever.
It's a weight.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine if you tell chat. Just don't tell us.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Kobold's got the
I wouldn't
secrets.
ban him. I'd just purge all of his messages continuously.
Yeah.
No,
That's not a challenge.
No.
Not a challenge, right?
peace.
Yeah.
Oh,
We have enough challenges in this campaign.
Yeah.
Our digital kobolds gotta help us out by not
Helping
causing
us
more
out.
trouble.
Yep.
right.
Though I gotta say, given the kind of stuff we've run across, we've fared it fairly well so far. Knock on wood.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, it sounds like we need like a little donation bar that every time it fills up, a kobold shows up and just helps us with something like random.
It's actually a bad idea.
Yeah.
The little magic kobold just poofs in and gives us something.
Yeah. Narratively, of course.
Yeah.
No, actuality.
Just shows
In
up
the
like,
world.
hey. Always just buried out of it, like just comes out of the snow every time.
I was thinking more like your doorbell goes and there's a kobold there. It's like, pizza's here.
Yeah.
One ration for everyone.
Pizza kobold. The kobold's wearing a straw mustache.
Nope.
Man, I want a pizza
Not-
kobold. That'd be
Pizza
awesome.
kobold.
Pizza
Ring a bell and he
kobold.
shows up with a pizza.
Sounds like a great magic item.
And yeah, I was watching the speaker election thing. Like, one of the keeping track of when you get paid, Tahko, was a part of it, but also like when exactly this election happens, because he told you exactly when it would be called.
Oh.
He told Tahko. And that's where it
Told
begins and
Tahko,
ends.
and then Tahko didn't tell us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tahko didn't give us any information on this.
Tahko isn't great at convening information. I'm sorry. He's all good at
Right.
keeping secrets. He's not good at sharing things.
Right.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that you just straight out told the old man that you followed the Raven Queen.
Right.
Well, like I said, I thought he was a spirit, so some benefit could come of that.
Right.
And if anything, if he straight up called me out on that, I thought maybe he was being sent by the Raven Queen as well. But he didn't affirm that, so I figured I'd keep the rest of my secrets.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like following the Raven Queen is one thing, but being a reincarnated dragon is a whole other thing.
It is a
That's
total
the
other
thing.
thing.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's
All
less
right.
common.
I gotta say too. Can we get like a big round of applause for Zagrax, who rolled perception this time after having
Yes!
grass?
You got
You're
an
better now.
18, which was literally impossible before.
It was literally impossible.
Yeah,
Hooray.
I'm proud of you.
So
I'm proud
well.
of you, Zagrax.
I did nothing but clicked the button. But yes,
Still.
finally.
Excellent clicking.
No.
Excellent clicking.
It was
You
needed it.
I know. I've been practicing.
Yeah, you
Oh,
woke
yeah,
up in
no,
one
still
go
impressive.
that time. That is impressive.
Well,
proud of
your one go is an extended period of time, probably along the lines of like 15 to 20 minutes of dog continuously licking face. So.
Oh no, see that one was beforehand. It was when Irilyssa stepped on your face.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, just kind of squished your head right.
that was post new Zagrax.
true.
Got rid of your astigmatism by squishing your head in the right way.
Yeah. You're welcome. I healed you.
Usually we charge for this service.
Don't worry about it.
No. Members of the Saloon Church would willingly offer their services. They
For a
don't
price.
charge.
Oh, they most certainly do.
Cool.
But from what I read, they just willingly offer it.
Nin offers his services too. Doesn't mean it's a good thing.
There's a price.
Irilyssa.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, there is definitely a price when Nin's
Healing
involved.
with that foot. Oh yeah, no. He offers his services for free, but there's always a price.
Oh,
Oh, we should probably gone and, visited Foog's grave.
Right. Well, I mean, I think we did once. But...
we just go over there. We're like walk over, like, hey buddy, you did it. Danica ascended.
I mean,
I also kind of want to see if that acorn is growing at all.
he went to noble purpose. That's all we need to think about.
My favorite part is that the first session we were like, oh man, they strung that guy up out in the cold. How rude. Oh man, they went and burned that guy alive. How rude. And then 10 sessions later, we're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna sacrifice this guy to save this person. That's fine.
I mean, I was cool with him.
Icewind has grown on you guys, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody tell Nin that. Yeah, they have 6 fingers. Nope.
Why not?
Yeah, because she won't
He'll
survive.
just taking a trip to Dugan's Hole.
Every time an animal shows up in the story, I fear you will kill it. I mean,
Hold on.
we don't kill everybody we come across. It's
Or
just most people.
yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
have
really
a
actively
history
kill animals unless they're violent.
No.
Every dog that
Yeah.
we've come across has survived.
True.
Every dog.
That was alive when we found it.
Yeah.
That was alive
non-dead
when
dog.
we found it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, if we run across dead dogs, I
Yeah.
can reanimate them too. So
Oh.
We can have-
Hold on.
No, no.
Those
have-
weren't
we can-
No,
we can
no,
have
no.
a-
I'm
we can have a
just-
negative number of dead dogs.
I'm
No,
just going to put it
no.
out there. You do actually know where there's a whole dog sled team of dead dogs.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
So any dogs that we came across that weren't already dead,
Mixed dogs.
Just
or
imagine a dog sled
predestined to
team.
be so.
Just imagine a dog sled team that never gets tired. They're always ready to go until they break down into pieces.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds great.
Also, those
Highwind.
ones were totally not pets.
Your character would know that creating undead is, in and of itself, an evil act.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to do evil things because it's practically, the
Yeah,
good
but
thing
you're
to
not
do.
doing things because it's practical. You're doing those things because you want to.
We
So-
might need
so-
to have a sled team that never gets tired at some point. Just like we might need to sacrifice a guy for another ally's life.
Yeah, no, hold
It's
on.
practical. It's evil, but it's practical.
Yeah,
That's what it
doing
is.
things for fun like that isn't necessarily evil. It's just chaotic.
Yeah. It's
No,
kinda-
it's
Oh, did we ever end up getting the
It's
bag
spelled
of
out
crap
as
that
evil.
the
Yeah.
East Haven?
Yeah, I was going to
had?
ask about that because I thought we got that, but maybe we didn't get that because of the adventures that apparently you and Tahko had.
What was that? Sorry, I missed it.
The bag of pulling out giant wolf out of bag.
Yeah, we never got paid that or the other thing.
Never asked.
Yeah, because we talked to the speaker.
Yeah, good job, Tahko.
Great.
Yeah, you were
so
supposed to do that.
we have to blame you for it. Okay, I thought this had to do with the whole thief thing.
Well, you
Oh,
were the
no,
ones
no.
sticking it out in East Haven all
Yeah,
week.
it's like that
Well-
next morning, like we visited the speaker or something, and that was all just like out of flash forward stuff. So
Yeah.
we didn't.
I mean,
It's Tahko's fault.
how was it my fault? We all came back to the
Tahko's
same
fault.
town after
Yeah,
that
we came
adventure.
back.
I was
We
obsessed with my
rested.
pot. Somebody else should have
We
thought of it.
left
Yeah, yeah.
you with the pot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
and before
6
you all
days of
took off, you
downtime.
could have inquired about that. I didn't think of it in 6 days.
I didn't.
Nobody
I didn't
else
think
I
of it.
didn't think of it in 6 days. I
And
love
on that note, I think we're going to say, chat, do you have any other questions for us before we wrap this up? Before these
No, I
guys
wanna
start trying
keep
to take
arguing.
Tahko's head?
We're just gonna keep flickering.
take that off stream.
Oh,
No one wants to listen to you be wrong.
Wow.
Oh man.
And on that
We're all friends,
bombshell,
guys.
we're going to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so that you get notifications when we are live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, lets us do more of this kind of content. You can find previous episodes over on my YouTube, which is at youtube.com/Mordred Viking. And then finally, if you want to catch more of DM Lake, then you can find him over at twitch.tv/ComponentCast Live, which is that link there. That is a game that I'm involved in as a player, which occurs every Monday at 6 p.m. British sometime, and is DM'd by Midgeman. If you follow other strategy stuff, you probably know who that is. Anyway, that's it for us, and we will see you next Sunday. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Someone needs some moon cheese indeed.
See ya.